All right, Brandon, are you ready for this? Because I'm definitely not. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Global Hack Week, December 2022. Can we have a hi in chat? I think, Brandon, is this your first time on Global Hack Week?
No, but first time in like 6 months. So it's been
First time in 6 months. That shows you that Brandon really is old. He's older than 6 months. But it is great to be back. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Jacqueline from Major League Hacking. I'm joined by Brandon. Brandon is definitely Brandon. We've got a ton of other people coming on very shortly, but we've got a ton of people in chat saying hello. Hello, Susha. Hello, Sam. Hello, Amir. You see Blahaj. There's multiple Blahajes right here. And you are in for a treat. Brandon, do you want to explain to everyone what is coming up over the next couple of hours?
Yeah. So, hello, friends. I run the coaches program. We get a lot of questions at Global Hack Week about the coaches program. So we decided to make a stream with only coaches. So it's going to be myself, Jacqueline, Galaxia, Ayush, and Shreyasi, all working on a hackathon project together. So not only will you get to meet a bunch of our coaches, you're going to get to see us work together on making a hack where we use as many new technologies as we can. We just kind of want to show off how easy it is to get started with so many different platforms at a hackathon.
And you might be asking, well, how are you going to work together with so many different people? The answer to that is a great question. We're going to find out that during this stream too. And we're going to be asking you for ideas on what to build and how to build it too, chat. So definitely stay tuned because this is going to be really awesome. Brandon, I think it's time for everyone to meet some more people though and bring them on. You ready for this?
I think so. I think it's a great idea.
All right. So say hello to Galaxia, Ayush, and Shreyasi. So many people. Galaxia, I'm totally biased, is really cool, mainly because she's also a Canadian coach. Shreyasi is also a Canadian coach, so she's really cool. And Ayush is Ayush. So this is going to be super, super cool. Galaxia, what are you an expert at doing?
Drinking bubble tea.
Drinking bubble tea, which is obviously a really useful skill when you are building stuff on HTML Global Hack Week. But what else can you do, Galaxia? What else are you really big brain at?
I can use Figma to make designs.
Yes, Galaxia is a pro designer. As you can see by her room, she has really designed it well. So this is going to be great. Shreyasi, how about you? What are you great at?
Today, I'm going to be coding in front of you all. So every technology, every tech stack that you all pick for me, I'm going to be working on it with Ayush and embarrass myself in front of all of these people. Cannot wait.
Yeah, so that basically means go use Haskell and make her cry. And Ayush, what are you good at? I actually don't know.
Playing basketball. Come on, this is like not even a question.
Love you, really, Ayush.
But actually, probably the main stuff that I do is front-end development. So like React and React Native are the two main languages that I've messed around with for the last year.
Yeah, so Galaxia, Shreyasi, Ayush, and maybe me and Brandon are going to jump in and help build an amazing, amazing creation. Galaxia is going to be our pro designer jumping into code when needed. Ayush is going to be trying to get Galaxia's beautiful Figma designs to work in HTML, CSS, and whatever else he decides to use, which is always a challenge. And Shreyasi is going to be our pro developer. She is indeed a pro. I met her for the first time in person a week or two ago, and it was super, super cool, and she's really cool. You're going to love her. Yeah, Apuva is looking forward to Figma design. So Galaxia, you can see, is currently practicing one of her talents, which is drinking bubble tea. I really can't wait to see her second talent. Is going to be really, really cool. And we've got a question in chat saying, is the recording available for this session? Yes, there absolutely is. You can get it at youtube.com/whatever MLH's channel is, or here on Twitch. All right, now chat. It's time to throw over to you for the first time. What would you like us to build today? Because we're going to leave a lot of the decisions in your hands, which in hindsight feels like a very bad idea. But I'm really curious, what would you like us to build? Because, Galaxia is ready to design anything. Ayush, is big brain ready to code anything? And Shreyasi, is even bigger brain and is ready to code literally anything.
She's
Blahaj dating sim? This is the suggestion in chat. Really? No. Come on, someone has to think of a better idea than that.
Okay. What about push button to find Blahaj's in the area?
Yeah, give us more detail, Brandon. How would that work? You push a button and what happens?
Well, it would just search the IKEA inventory and tell you the nearest Blahaj to you, and then map how you get there.
I mean, I'm all for that. Let's do that. So we are building an incredible app where it is going to locate Blahages. Now, IKEA's API, just to give Shrazy and Ayush a heads up, is basically impossible to use. So we're going to be doing some screen scraping today. If you haven't already checked in before we get into the craziness, make sure you do. You can check in at hackathy.ac/thisiscrazy. So go do that now. You've got the entirety of the stream to check in. By checking in, you're earning points to your guild. And if your guild isn't Blahage Gang, I will personally cry. And so will Galaxia. And when Galaxia cries, it is extremely, extremely sad. So you can check in at any point during this stream. So do not forget to go and do that. All right. So Shrazy, Ayush, do you want to get started on building your, like getting set up so you can share with each other? Because they're going to be, well, Ayush and Shrazy, how are you going to be building stuff together? I'm curious.
All right. So we're building a Blahage tracker. Is that what it is?
Gonna help you find them.
So to figure out like which IKEA we can get it at, right? So we're gonna have to pull IKEA inventory. So we're gonna have to find APIs that can already do that for us because
they don't exist. I've tried. You're gonna have to screen scrape it.
So yeah, put together an API. Hopefully that IKEA already has out there, and try to work with it. Let's see how that goes.
All right, now. Ayush, Shrazy, you're an expert in collaborating. How are you going to collaborate on a project together? I'm curious. Also, currently on Galaxy's screen is some incredible things. Getting to know
Good.
So, how are we going to collaborate? We're going to collaborate on GitHub. So, shall we set that up?
Yeah, you want to do it or?
I think I can do it.
Okay, cool.
All right, Shrazy's going to go set up GitHub. Has anyone in chat used GitHub before? I'm curious. Who is a GitHub pro here? Oh.
Okay, where is GitHub? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to start, like, open a new repo and call it Blahage Tracker. Oh.
Did you spell Blahage incorrectly, Shrazy?
I don't think so, no.
Really?
Oh, she spelled it right. Let's get
Oh my god, no. We have StreamYard Inception happening right now. Shrazy, what are you doing? It's terrifying.
Oh, you spelled it well.
Did you just open StreamYard to check how to spell Blahage? Is this really just happening?
No.
This is the first stream of Blahage.
So that
we got
hey, you're not gonna fix the A. Come on.
That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
Blue shark.
Okay, and then it's gonna be a public repo. We're gonna not patch the file just yet. And description finds blah. Correct me if I'm wrong again.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. You did it.
Finds Blahages nearest to you.
What is the plural of Blahage?
Yeah, what is the plural of Blahage? I'm curious. What's everyone's opinion? Also, technically, Blahage is spelled all in capitals for reasons I still don't fully understand.
Okay, we're just gonna say
just to be annoying.
Yeah, basically.
Uh-oh.
No, the S wouldn't be capital though.
We can just do singular. Finds like plural Blahage should just be Blahage, right? It's like data.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right. So that's
shout out to Shrazy for spelling the word Blahage correctly, but not the word the correctly. Really prioritizing that.
It's okay.
Okay. So I got that. Now I'm gonna send this over to you.
Alrighty.
Let me clone this repo. Because now I'm going to be cloning the repo.
I think this is potentially the name of our project. I think we've just been volunteered to do this in JavaScript. Blaha.js.
Oh my god, that's so smart.
I know.
Oh. But that's not odd tech domain, so we can't use it.
Nice. That's true, but Ayush, how much? Well, that would be the name of the file, Blaha.js.
Oh, I see.
And Ayush, this is Global Hack Week. We're VeriSign this week. Come on, get it right.
Ayush already seems like exhausted.
What?
We didn't even start yet. Ayush just like worn
down. Ayush, how much JavaScript do you know?
Somewhat. I use React, so that's in JavaScript.
Yeah. Have you done much backend JavaScript?
Not a ton. Well, I guess it's Node. Node's backend. Mongo.
Yeah, Node is backend. Perfect. How about you, Tracy? Have you done much backend JavaScript?
Not JavaScript, but I've done a bunch of backend, so I can hopefully figure out JavaScript.
Cool. Well, you've just been volunteered to build this in JavaScript or Node.js, so good luck.
Oh, I see it.
Sure.
Yeah. So
use MongoDB, right?
well, we could use MongoDB, but it's up to chat. Chat, do we want to use MongoDB? What do we think, chat?
Please.
Ayusha's like, I know how to use this, and like
Firebase works. Firebase works too. We got some yeses. There we go.
Yeah, MongoDB. You're giving Ayusha a break here. Okay, so we're gonna use MongoDB as our back end. We're gonna use JavaScript as our front end.
You're gonna screw us over. You're gonna run us into the ground with this project. We're gonna get no one's gonna be able to find IKEAs nearby if we don't have a viable.
We've only got one
it's
person
gonna
saying
happen.
no to MongoDB. We're gonna win them over.
If there's not a viable API, we're gonna make one up.
Yeah, that is how you do
we're gonna make it from
scratch. What's it called? Celium, right? Selenium. That's the scraper that we can probably use.
Yep. Ayusha's yet again causing StreamYard deception. As you can see, this is a very professional stream.
Oh, I didn't know my screen was getting shared. Unfortunately, I'm running.
Well, it's because Tracy unshared her screen. So, like, the saddest anime moments of 2022 just happened.
Well, is my screen still getting shared? Because I have no idea.
No, it's currently hidden. Do you want it on stream?
No, I need to get I need to Slack to Tracy.
Cool. So Ayush and Tracy are going to talk for a bit. While I do that, there's this great thing in chat saying Firebase is less work. Great thing to say, and that is why we're going to make Ayush use MongoDB because it's funnier. So yeah,
Firebase is less work. Yeah, we can do Firebase too. That's
no, we can't. We're doing MongoDB. You asked for MongoDB. Chat.
I did not ask for anything. I was just
no. Chat has made the decision. You cannot go against it.
Both technically. They said MongoDB and Firebase are both great.
Apparently, Puppeteer is a great way of scraping stuff in Node.js. That might be useful.
Oh, I don't know. Which it's a good time to learn.
Yeah, you got time to learn. You got 3 hours. While Ayush and Tracy get set up with projects shared to each other, let's take a look at what Galaxy is doing because I'm sure there's some amazing stuff going on in Figma. Galaxy, would you like to explain what's going on here?
I made the IKEA logo into a hash tracker. That's it.
Oh, she spelled it correctly.
I have these on deck. I don't know what to do with them yet, but they're ready. Here's a Figma pro tip. Use I don't know, color styles. Then you can use IKEA blue like all the time really easily.
Oh my goodness.
It's a Figma pro tip.
And Galaxia, like, have you chosen the correct font? Is this the real IKEA font, or
this is not the IKEA font because the IKEA font is proprietary, and I don't pirate fonts because I'm so morally upstanding. So this is
Futura. We have a W in chat, please, for Galaxia, who is not going to include this stream. That will be great.
No,
so excited
on the stream. This is Futura, which is IKEA's old font, I think. Cool. It's like kind of a similar vibe, sort of.
Absolutely. People think your logo looks really great. John says, boy, I wish I could use Figma like that, like so quickly. Galaxia is the biggest brain in the entire world.
I'm just like a shortcut. I'm so shortcut pilled. I use shortcuts for everything. I know like every keyboard shortcut on Figma. And I do design every single day of my life. So that's why I'm fast at it.
Do you want to show us some really, really cool shortcuts while Ayush and Galaxia, Ayush and Tracy try not to accidentally put their email on stream?
I can. There's some cool shortcuts. I wish I had like that thing where you show what you're typing on your keyboard, but a cool shortcut is Shift A. It gives you auto layout. So if you want to like put these 3 blahages in a row, you can select all of them, do Shift A, and it puts them in a row. And then you can also like make them on top of each other or side by side. God. I know.
My mind is blown.
Shift A. That's a good one. That's
did you all expect a Figma lesson today? Because I sure didn't.
Yeah. Another good one when you want to move stuff around, instead of like dragging it and trying to make it perfect, if I want this to be like 10 pixels from the top, I can do Shift down on the arrow keys and then it moves it. So you don't have to like carefully move it around. Wow. Another useful, the last one I'll share, sorry, I'm taking over the stream, is a lot of people don't know this, is the Option key shows you how far you are from each side.
Wow.
Yeah, some people I'll see like do this, well, they'll draw a rectangle and like look at the height of it. Don't do
Yes.
that. That's broke. This is woke.
Incredible. Well, Galaxia, don't worry about taking up time on the stream. We have 3 hours to kill. But Galaxia, I have a curveball to throw at you, unfortunately.
You have what?
Can someone please construct a new font for this?
Oh my gosh.
So using Figma's built-in shapes, could you make your own font for the Blahaj tracker? It doesn't have to be an actual font, just the letters on the logo have to be custom.
I actually could. Maybe like I could try to emulate the real IKEA font.
Yeah.
And make.
But
I have
think
no
you could.
experience in typography, so
That's fine.
don't expect much.
That's fine. Well, see, chat, we're always looking for your suggestions, no matter how impractical they are. Galaxia is now going to go and make her own IKEA-themed font. Yeah, hell, everyone really does fit the vibe right now. I feel the same way, but hello to you too. This is going to be so beautiful, says Matt. Yeah, I have a ton of faith in Galaxia. I think she's going to be amazing, you know?
Thank you.
All right. Ayush, I'm not going to put your thing up because you're currently on your Gmail, but let me know when you're ready for us to pick it up.
I'm good now.
I heard we're about to have a surprise visitor, I think.
We've got a surprise visitor coming?
In a few minutes, yeah. I heard there's a surprise guest coming.
Oh, well, if a surprise guest comes, I'm very excited to see a surprise guest. Ayush, can we show your screen? Or Tracy's?
Yeah. Oh.
Let's go to Ayush's for now.
Yes, you can share my screen. Oh, Ayush's is good, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I have to
Mine's
ruin
very-
one surprise. I'm sorry. It's not Elon Musk, whoever just asked.
All right, I'm gonna just set this up. But Tracy, are you okay with what do you want? We're just doing JavaScript
Okay.
in this?
Yeah. That's fine. You just have to clone that to your computer now.
Is it? Did you already set up the repo? So I just clone it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's empty though, so you'll be cloning an empty repo, but you can always add and push things. And I also found no, I didn't. I got baited. So I found a Medium article saying that there's an IKEA API that has all their inventory information, but that's just an empty GitHub page.
Sorry. Can we just give an F in chat for Ayush, who is too lazy to log into his non-meta email for VS Code and is currently logged into the meta version of VS Code?
I don't know what you're talking about. There you go. It's gone. I only have one VS
The
Code.
logo is right there.
It looks like we have another coach.
What?
Cool. So Ayush is going to get set up on his definitely not meta VS Code. We've got another coach to come say hi. Hello, John.
Hello, folks. How's it going?
It's the man that met the airport, John JFK.
It is.
It's going.
I still can't believe that caught. Yes, indeed. I am here, definitely not being an ICAO code today. How's it going, folks? I hear you're having a lot of fun in all of the ways that I would not expect.
Yeah,
It's
is there
great.
a complicated piece of technology that you want us to add to this tech stack?
Oh boy, do I have one for you!
Oh no!
I have cooked up the creme de la creme, the pièce de résistance of things that you absolutely should not add to this project. And I'm going to do you one better because this is actually, honestly, one of my favorite pieces of any MLH sponsor that we have. I would like to provide for your consideration. Hang on, let me find. I'm going to drop this in the chat for you folks. The Twilio Pay Over the Phone API. this marvelous piece of kit honestly, this is a piece of quibble. Please. I don't think anybody ever uses. Allows you to take credit card payments using Stripe over a phone call.
So we're going to have a premium version of our IKEA locator, and you're going to be able to upgrade. You're going to get capped at a certain amount of searches per day, and to upgrade, you have to call a Twilio number and pay over the phone.
There you go.
But hold on. How are we going to monetize that premium app?
No way.
The premium app is going to be more features, so you're going to be able to search more. And you're going to get
more
ads.
How are we going to collect the payment on that? Are we going to use Coil or something?
Well, yeah.
So the Twilio, so the Twilio integration allows. Let's see, you could use. So you call Twilio. Twilio then bills you through Stripe.
Yeah.
No, right. I understand how the premium app works. But I'm saying in order to give people the premium app, how are we going to charge
give them the money back again? Oh yes. Well, obviously, we
use Coil.
either yes. or potentially set up an IKEA specific cryptocurrency through DSO in order to then provide DSO specific coins.
We'll get to the cryptocurrency later. We have to make sure we don't break Ayush this early on the stream. We've only been going for 20 minutes.
That's fair.
But yeah, that is what we're gonna do. Here's a credit card number you can use to test it out, everybody. So here we go. This is exactly what we've always needed. I really hope that is a real credit card number, friends.
On a technicality, taking in real money and converting it into non-real currency would technically put us in violation of most US gambling laws. So,
is it gambling if it's a guaranteed profit?
That is true. God, I like the way we're thinking today.
I was gone for 1 second. Are we making
Bernie
coins now?
No, Bernie Madoff would be proud.
So, here, let me pull up. Here, let's make a plan. So we are going to build something incredible. So we're going to be building a Blahaj finder. And John's curveball he has just added is that we're going to have a premium version, which you can buy using Twilio.
It's premium.
Phone payments. The free version is monetized via Coil, but the premium version also is going to have two features. Because someone in chat suggested this. One, it's going to be able to locate small Haj too, and secondly, it's going to have more ads. The premium version, so you pay for more ads, basically.
I like this.
Okay.
Small request: the premium version. Can we call it only Blahaj Finder?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Also, locating small Haj is not hard. He's behind me.
I mean, that might be true, but we've got a challenge. Also, John, while you're here, I'd really like it if you could give a critique on Galaxia so far. Not on Galaxia herself; she's cool, but on her creation.
Okay, because the initial version of that, I was like, "This is like going straight for the jugular."
Wow!
What? Excuse me.
I just walk in and Jack's like, "I want you to critique Galaxia, not anything specific, just her as a human being." Oh,
I'm working on a custom typeface, but it's really hard. But this is like the MVP of our logo.
Okay, but this is way too good though. Like that. This is a level of quality that I aspire to.
Thanks, John. I have a kind of curse because I've done too much corporate product design. I can't make ironic, ugly, fun designs anymore. Everything is polished.
I mean, I feel like the thing I feel like this is missing is that the eye actually just needs to be a Blahaj fin.
The eye and Blahaj tracker?
There's
yes,
no eye and
the
Blahaj
tiny.
tracker.
No, but in the font itself. I presume you're not just
I don't know if I'll be able to make an entire
you're not just doing that bit, right? You're making a whole font for this that's going to be available at the end of the stream.
Someone suggested that we make a feature for visually impaired folks.
Wait.
Someone suggested a feature for visually impaired folks that they can phone the finder.
Yes, Braille Haj.
I think what that might be. That might be a little too hard for us to do in 3 hours, but this is going to be a public repo.
Perfect. That's
so
a good
if you
idea.
want, you can make the next step where you connect some natural language processing in a bot.
So everyone can contribute afterwards.
Okay, well, I think that's enough stress for Galaxia and not enough stress for Ayush and Strazy for now. So thank you for your incredible suggestions, John. In case anyone missed it, just as a quick recap, we're building Blahaj Finder, and John's suggestion is to use the Twilio phone payment so you can call up and upgrade, because he wants to upgrade online when you can call a phone number, which will then use Twilio to accept a Stripe payment. The premium features will be more ads and the ability to locate small Haj. And of course, the free version will be monetized via Coil. I'm very, very hyped. Thank you, John, for this incredible idea.
You're quite welcome. I will see you folks in a bit.
Someone is asking what Jack is doing here. She's clearly project managing this entire stream. This would be utter chaos without her.
Exactly. This is apparently a completely accurate representation of 6 friends making a hackathon project. First up, who said I was friends with Brandon? And 2, what about Blahaj? There's 2 of them.
So there's 8 of us?
Hang on, Galaxia has Blahaj too. Oh my god, Galaxia, you have a fan.
I have Blahaj too.
Ayush, where's yours?
Mine is I'm not at my home right now, so it is at my.
You don't take
place.
Blahaj everywhere with you?
I'm really shameful to say that I don't take Blahaj with me everywhere.
Can we have a boo in chat for Ayush, please?
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Anyone who's like calling Blahaj just a toy in chat, like, I don't know if this is the stream for you. Blahaj is actually a whole way of life.
Yes, correct. Like, there's even multiple
mean,
sizes of
I
boo.
feel-
I encourage you to stick around, but like,
Is
I
this
think
just a
we
toy?
can convert you. We can get you. See, look at that, small Haj.
I know.
Stop. I ordered 2 of them. I'm so excited.
I ordered 5. I can't wait to get mine.
You ordered 5 small Hodges?
Well, like, I wasn't sure how many there was. Like, I didn't know how long the drop was going to be for. It was like a limited time one. So I made Kat, my girlfriend, for anyone in chat who doesn't know,
Limited time
go
drop?
to IKEA, like drive there and just buy the entire stock up just in case they were going to run out. Problem is, she lives in a
IKEA
different country
drops?
to me, and like we're gonna have to look at how she's going to get them to me.
The small one's like really rare, I use. They have
Yeah.
them still in stock in Toronto though, Jacqueline. I just ordered it on the Toronto one.
It's very difficult. Blahaj should become a legally recognized religion, says Matt. I agree. I entirely agree. Didn't I bring 2 to the UK with me for Global Hack Week share? No, when I went to the UK, I actually have 2 separate UK Blahajas. I make sure, unlike Ayush, that no matter where I'm going, I have a Blahaj waiting for me.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I messed up.
Galaxia, what is the story behind this? Sorry?
I forget exactly when this was, but I think it might have been actually, I was hosting a pizza fund event with Amir, and I believe it was there, and I got really excited that they had small Haj in stock at the Toronto IKEA. So that's when I put 5 in my cart, and then I had to question my life, and then I just bought 2. But I was prepared to buy 5.
Didn't you also buy some like at your first party hackathon?
Did I buy something else?
You mean your hosted by MLH event? Come on, Brandon.
That's exactly what I meant. I'm sorry.
That does sound like me. I'm a chronic shopper. I'll shop anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, let's have a look at some code. Tracy or Ayush, either of you able to screen share?
Tracy, you got it.
Tracy, cool. Tracy, tell us what's going on. And while you do that, I'm going to be right back.
Okay, so as you can see, I have finally successfully made my README. So what I'm doing right now is I made my Git repo. I cloned that, and here I am now. Now, besides that, I was able to find this API. It's the IKEA API version 2.0.7. What it does is it is a client for several IKEA APIs. Basically, this is the closest thing I could get to what we're trying to achieve here, which is to search. We're going to be able to search using this API here. If you see, scroll down, history, order info. So we can just use the item info bit to figure out if we have Blahajas in stock or not. And there was a delivery bit here that you can use, pickup or delivery availability here. So I'm thinking of implementing these 2 features from this API. If you all have any better suggestions, please, I'm open to them, because that way we can start on a strong base. But yeah, that's my plan so far, is to get this API to work.
Well, hopefully the API works. As you can see, everyone, I felt like I needed to make sure I had the correct costume on today. We are building a Blahaj, so I needed some Blahaj themes to fit with the theme. But Tracy, how are you feeling about this? Are you feeling like you're going to be in a good place to build with Python? Wait, this is Python though.
Yeah.
The rule is that you had to use JavaScript.
We did? Oh, I thought we had to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get working, and we'll have a backend that's.
You're going to build the API in Python and the backend in JavaScript. Is that what you're saying, Ayush?
We'll just build a front end in JavaScript. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Big brain.
It's still
chat's saying I think you should make it with assembly. What's her opinion on this?
No.
I think that wouldn't work.
I've done enough in assembly in my life too.
I'm done. I'm out of there.
Cool. Well, good luck. It looks like coding's been pretty well though. Like we found an IKEA API. Ayush is currently doing whatever this is.
I'm
Which is,
installing something. I'm installing a node.
you're installing Node.
Yeah, I
Nice.
I'm installing Yarn for, I was thinking about making the backend for our, like, not the backend, but to make the front end in React. So I was going to set that up.
And like this front end, how like polished is it going to be by the end of the next couple of hours?
Not polished, to be totally honest, but that's how hackathon projects work, right? They don't need to be polished. They just need to work. So if we get something working, we'll have the beautiful design of Galaxia that we're going to be spot on with.
Yeah.
No worries.
For what it's worth, they also don't need to work. I just want to clarify. Hackathon projects need to be about the journey and the attempt and the learning. You can have a broken hackathon project and still win prizes.
Well,
That
that
should
is
be us.
absolutely true. This is a essential service and really does need to work by the end of the next 3 hours.
An essential service? Are you saying
It's
this
an
is going
essential
to be
service.
bought
Like,
up
if
by
people
local
can't find
utility
Lahaj, what's going to
companies?
happen in the world?
Okay, sure.
Honestly, that's a good point. I don't know. We'll have to do this after stream then. You can
Yeah.
just continue working on
Oh,
it after.
someone's asking what IDE we're using.
Legitimate
this
question
is,
for once.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
VS
This is VS Code for Meta.
Ayush, which ID is this, Ayush?
This is VS Code.
No, it's not any VS Code though, is it?
No, it's just VS Code.
No, it's not. I can see the Meta logo on it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is the Meta version of VS Code because a certain person that Ayush didn't log out his work email.
No, this is just the VS Code I have. I don't want to install another one.
And you've never seen a VS Code. I wonder why. Really do wonder. Is that because Ayush is on the wrong one? Maybe.
Maybe that is it.
Galaxia is cool and funny in chat. Like she is cool. She's actually a meme, and she also is really good at
911.
dabbing, aren't you, Galaxia?
I'm really good at what?
Did you say
Dabbing.
this?
Go on, dab on the haters.
No,
Galaxia.
I don't dab.
She does.
No, I actually don't. And I've
No,
never
Jacqueline, you
dabbed
actually
in my
got
life,
called out
and
for
that's
dabbing,
true.
for what it's worth.
I know, I got called out, and you said I was
What?
old, but Brandon, I'll never be as old as you.
I like how you said like as an insult, but
That's
it's true.
literally
Like,
true.
Yeah, it is a fact. Great question, chat. How do you change the icon for VS Code? Step 1 is to get hired at Meta, and then step 2 is to stay hired at Meta, and then
That's
you
the
can have
challenge.
a VS Code icon for as long as you remain hired.
Yeah, I guess
Doesn't
so.
Doesn't
can
Microsoft
Lahaj
make VS
dab?
Code?
Really great question. Let's find out. Lahaj, can you dab? No, not really. Small hands or arms, I guess. Brandon, how do you think this is going so far? Do you think we have an incredible creation in progress?
Yeah, I think we're doing a great job. We're only 33 minutes in. The idea is already done. Let's be honest. The ideas usually take half the time at a hackathon, so doing a great job there.
Very true. Although, big question, Ayush is being like, oh, I'm going to go and build a React app. Can Ayush get a React app? First of all, he's going for React rather than Next.js, which is a very interesting decision because that's going to make his life more difficult, in my opinion. So I'm interested to hear the logic there. And secondly, like, Ayush, how much of a React pro are you? You're using Create React app, which will make your life a bit easier, but are you big brain enough to achieve this within the time?
I don't know. We'll figure that one out. But I mainly know React, so I'm just gonna go with it with the short time we have.
All right, fingers crossed. Can we do the same thing, Meta in VS Code? Yeah, you absolutely can. Step 1, just head over to the Meta Careers site. Step 2, get hired. I would say Ayush will give you all a referral, but like Ayush will probably kill me if I say that. And then you'll get hired. You can have this version of VS Code.
They're definitely not hiring right now.
We got no funds. I don't even know how long my job's gonna last. So,
well, I guess we'll find out. Now, Galaxia, how's the logo design coming on?
It's actually really hard. I've never made a font, and I have no experience in typography. This is what I have so far. I'm just creating random letters. I so far traced the IKEA font, and then now I'm trying to derive my own. So here's L.
Oh, this
I'm
is
trying
really
to work
solid.
on B, but it's kind of hard. Whoever suggested this, you're very ambitious. You really believed in me.
I believe in you, Galaxia.
Thanks.
I don't just believe in you. I like the word I would use is I think you're the only person on this planet who could somehow make this work. Mainly because like you live close enough to like you live in the same city as Mike here, you know? So that is like the first qualification. The second thing is like you have plenty of experience with Blahaj. You both own a Blahaj and you know many others. And third of all, you know, as an MLH coach, you've just been like Blahaj is something you can't really avoid. So you've like been immersed in Blahaj. So I think it was
so
anyone
like
who
unironically inspiring. This is so inspiring right now. Like I really needed that.
Good. Well, I'm glad it was inspiring. Now let's go back to the slightly less inspiring screen, which is Ayush's, where he's probably still setting up React. Ayush, how's it going?
Well, I think I got Blahaj to work out. So yeah, we're almost ready. Oh, actually, I made it in the wrong file, so that's totally okay. We're gonna have to remake this. We have to remake this app, but that's okay. That shouldn't take too long. But we have the basic things set up. You know, it shouldn't be too bad. It's only gonna take like another 2 minutes, like it did before. That's no problem. And then we'll have something started. But now I don't know how to use this Python API in React. I've never done that. So
well, I can help with this actually. I can be useful. So this is one of those challenging things you run into. And believe it or not, I actually can develop stuff. So here is what I would recommend doing. Shrazy, you're gonna be building this amazing Python API. Are you gonna use like Flask or something? Is that kind of your plan to like output data?
I think we're gonna have to use Flask.
Cool. So Shrazy is going to use Flask to go and build a API. And what Flask does is it like lets you go to like lahaj.lol/myendpoint.py or whatever, or like my endpoint. And so it's going to output some data. You can then use a library in JavaScript called fetch to go and pull data from that URL. Now, the problem here is that Shrazy is running her project on her computer. And that means that you cannot get onto it because you're not in the same room as Shrazy, which is a problem because we need this to work by the end of the stream without getting it deployed. Now, a really cool tool I recommend using to get around this is called ngrok, which is spelled Ngrok. They have a free plan, and what it lets you do is it lets you securely-ish open up your kind of local host to just like a specific port, a specific project to the internet so that your like locally running project is accessible from Shrazy's computer over to Ayush's, which is obviously really, really useful and lets us build stuff and test stuff very, very quickly. So that is a really cool project, a product I really recommend.
We just use Google Cloud or something.
Do you think you're going to get deployed to Google Cloud in time, though? We need to test this. Like, Ayush, come on. Think like a programmer. You need to test it, and then you deploy it.
Test it? You're crazy.
We're going to test it. We're going to do it properly.
You don't do testing.
We're not just going to do testing. Ayush, you're not going to write unit tests. Disagreeing with that.
I will retroactively fix everything later once stuff works.
Okay. Well, if you think you can get this deployed to Google Cloud in time, we'll see.
Wait, how do I get credit for that, though?
You do. Great question, Chato. What is the plan for this workshop session? Great idea. Great question. We don't know. We're just like taking suggestions from chat, and we're like having a great time. Here's Ayush claiming his $300 of free Google Cloud credits. But basically, we're just building crazy stuff built off what chat is saying. Currently, it's a Blahaj tracker, which
hold on. I'm going to take this one. There is a plan, right? So personally, I love improv comedy, right? And so what we're doing is we're doing improv coding. So we have an idea, vaguely. We want to build a Blahaj tracker. And what we're doing is taking suggestions, sometimes from the crowd, sometimes from other coaches who pop in, on how we're going to get there. So right now, Shrazy and Ayush are literally writing code to make a Blahaj tracker. Galaxia is designing an amazing front end. And I think making an alphabet. Sorry, making an alphabet would be one step a little too far. And we're going to end up here with a hopefully working hack at the end of the stream. We're just trying to show off how easy it is to get started with, a simple idea and a bunch of tech you've never used before.
Yeah, like it's okay if you've never built something before. And like everyone who came into this stream had no idea what they'd be building, and they had no idea what they'd be using to build it as well. So like if it's your first time building something, don't be scared. It's okay. Ayush, can I go back to your stream? You're about to log into Google Cloud and potentially expose your credit card number. Is it all okay now?
There's no credit card here, but I'm just trying to figure out how to get free credits. But I'm lost, to be honest.
You'll need to I recommend making an account and just claiming it, like make a new one.
A brand new account.
We need to this is like a proper product we're building. We need to make sure it has its own account so we can then keep it running forever.
Okay, this one's a new account, I guess.
Cool.
Wait,
Doing that, Tracy, can we show your screen?
Yeah.
I do not have sufficient permissions to view this page. What is going on here?
Are you logged into your Meta email, Ayush?
No, I am not.
Really?
I'm logged into my spam email.
Nice. Tracy, what's
going on? This is a startup idea. That's what
yes, absolutely. Yeah, Tracy, what are you up to?
I am trying to install my packages and stuff that I need to install the API because I'm not a Python developer, never used it ever. So I am trying to install Python first because that's I'm going to be using a API that's made in Python, and then with that you need certain packages and such that ensure that everything's running properly. You have everything. So yeah, just installing those. It's taking a very long time. Right now I am updating Brew. It seems like it.
Well, that's a good place to be. A bit of a gotcha you should probably be aware of since you're on a MacBook. If you try and use the Python command, which most documentation refers to, it's going to use Python 2 because that's what comes bundled with macOS, which is really annoying. So the actual command often you need to use is Python free. So just replace Python with Python free in anything you read, and it will probably work better as a pro tip. And then Flask is awesome. It's going to make it really easy to build a little API here. It is an incredibly useful tool where you just go and plug all your things in. You build a Python project, and you can do it in one file if you really needed to. And you say, hey, if someone does a GET request to this URL, then you should return this data. So, Tracy's here, and thank you, Brandon, in chat for putting the incredible IKEA API, which we will be wrapping using Python and Flask, which is really, really cool. Although this person in chat, Tracy, I'm the leader of Python Pros Guild, and I got really close to a heart attack when I heard Tracy didn't use Python before. What do you have to say to this person?
I'm a Java developer.
You chose to do Java out of choice?
Okay,
all right, hang on. Tracy, explain yourself.
So I have been doing Java since grade 8th, which is 10 years ago. So I started then when it was really, really, really cool. And now I'm just comfortable with it. So I just keep using it because it's the best. And I know so much that I don't want to get rid of it. There's so much that I've been taught.
That is reasonable. I am personally of the opinion that there's two things you should use Java for: Minecraft mods and legacy banking tools you can't be bothered to update. I appreciate the second one's very specific, but been there, done that. Anything else, I don't understand it, but you do you, Tracy. You do you. If you want to make bad decisions, that's okay. But I don't.
Java
I personally
is
I
good.
cannot
Stop
get
the
my
hate
mind
right
around
now.
Java.
Let's be
I look
honest.
at it and there's so
Hold
many
on.
words and my mind breaks. So Tracy is big
Can I
brain,
just
is
be-
what she's saying.
Okay.
Look, it was not long ago that every intro computer science class in the U.S. was in Java.
It's still
Like-
most of them
It
are.
still is.
Yeah, I mean, this whole switch to Python is a new thing, and it's great. Python is amazing, but there's other programming languages. So also that's part of the hackathon spirit, right? She's not really used Python before, so why not do it at a hackathon?
Exactly. And this is gonna be really cool. Brew install Python free is probably what you want as well, Tracy. Ignore it saying brew install Python. That's my gut instinct. I might be wrong. But yeah, actually no, brew install Python is apparently Python free. That is really weird. Ignore me. Apparently they have a weird setup to bypass this issue. But yes, use the command Python free, but you can brew install Python. Let's take a look at what Ayush is up to, though. Ayush, how are you feeling about things?
So I'm feeling great. I got, this really cool page showing up on my local host. So finally got React installed. And then a couple cool little tips here is I'm just looking at the components page you can install the developer tools for React. So here you can look at like the actual component and then see like what's creating it. This is usually a little bit more helpful when you have more than just one component, but at least now I can confidently go back and be like, okay, I'm on app.js. So here's probably where I'm gonna probably mess with some stuff. So you can see this is like the same stuff that they wrote right here. So that's pretty helpful. And so I'm probably gonna start here and look at Galaxia stuff to just get an idea of what I want the app to look like. And then after that, I can work with Tracy to actually work on the back end.
Yeah, we're in a great place.
We're making progress.
Really good question, chat. Don't they already have Python 3 on all Macs? Actually, as far as I'm aware, this hasn't changed recently. All Macs come bundled with Python 2.7, which is significantly less useful because it means you don't have access to a ton of stuff, which is why, and like some syntax is different, which is why Python 3 you gotta install manually. That might have changed recently.
You know,
I think it's
okay,
still,
some people would argue the syntax of 2.7 was better.
yeah, but every single guide and line follows free, so that's nice, Brandon. I appreciate your input there, but no.
mine is 5.7. So
Yeah, see, here we go. Pola loves learning random Python, random programming languages and frameworks. Yeah, same. It's super, super fun. This person says Java is good. Okay, 404 not found. Like, I respect your opinion. Java might be okay. And then another legitimate question in chat is, hello, do you have any recommendations before the Global Hack Week December Hackathon workshop session on software tools to download and install? I would just don't worry about doing anything in advance. Just go to that session. There's going to be tons and tons of stuff to learn there. That would be my biggest recommendation, is just turn up. Anything in one of these sessions is self-contained. Some sessions are like this, where it's all a bit crazy. And then other sessions are, actually going to teach you things. Time for studying new programming language. Someone did once build a Blahage-themed app using emoji code at a Global Hack Week, which is a programming language exclusively using emojis, which was incredible. So,
also, I want to shout this one out here. Someone saying COBOL is the best. I totally agree with you. If you want to look, the real hack, if you want to work on systems that like will pay you a lot of money to do and are incredibly important to social infrastructure, learn COBOL. It's an incredibly old language, and there's a shortage just about every year of COBOL developers. And there's like 2 consulting firms, one of which based out of Austin, Texas, that gets basically every contract to fix most states' unemployment systems when they go down, because they are powered by COBOL most often. So I'm dead serious. If you want to support some of the most important like tech out there, go learn COBOL and you will have an incredibly unique, valuable skill.
And another unique, valuable skill you can do is build hackathon projects that are based on Blahage, because Polar, every project they've ever built that won was based on Blahage. So, there's an important thing to know there. So 2 very important pieces of advice right there. And this person in chat says Material UI apparently has cool themes for React, which might help you a little bit.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You're on the Material UI website.
I am already on Material UI. Yep.
10 steps ahead of us. Wow, Galaxia is working super seriously. I mean, Galaxia has a lot to do. Should we go back and see how Galaxia is doing?
I'm going crazy.
Wait, I want to see.
Not much progress has been made. I've made L, B, and J, and honestly, I feel like they look bad.
I don't think they look bad. I think they look great.
No, I like that.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Thanks, everyone.
10 out of 10.
Can I suggest one thing as a non-designer?
Please do.
Okay, so I like how the letters have a chunky side and a thinner side. Keep all of the chunkies on the left or all of the chunkies on the right. Not like, because like, scroll over to the right again. You had like the J, is like, chunky on the right side, and the L's chunky on the left side.
Wouldn't this look crazy if it was chunky? I guess like that's the magic of design. You try everything. The magic of design is you try it. I just feel like it would look crazy if it's like chunky on this side. But let's try. Like so.
That looks somewhat
crazy. This looks crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe
this is why I'm not the designer.
Hold on.
Chat suggests equal chunkiness in all characters, maybe? I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Maybe it's not that crazy.
We're talking about the within character chunk. Like, so this is like a different thing. This is
Is
not the
everyone
character
speaking
to
a
character
different
chunk
language than
ratio.
me? I don't understand any of the things that have been said in the past 5 seconds.
Wow.
Maybe this actually is good. I need to like make it bigger, but
Someone wants some recs for amazing HTML templates. Honestly, another one of our league sponsors right now, Wix, Velo by Wix. Velo lets you like choose from a bunch of templates to start off, and then you can fully customize the code too. So I would recommend checking that out.
Apparently the J is better, Galaxia, according to this person, and I agree because it's J.
this new
and my
one,
name begins with J. So I'm biased, but J is always going to be
Jackson.
better. Oh my God, incredible, incredible. What a beautiful thing.
It looks really weird with this one.
It does, but that's okay.
I like that.
I feel like there's a special guest
would-
whose name
Jacqueline.
also begins with J, who should go. Wow, Galaxia. This is how my name got spelled on the box for the hackathon I turned up to last time. They were like, and it was also not 4 points by Sheraton, it was 4 points by Sheridan. I was like, are you trying to get all of this wrong? I respect the hustle. But yeah, there's another special guest whose name begins with J. I'm just going to go get. So Galaxia is going to do big brain coding, designing, and Ayush and Tracy is going to do big brain coding. Ayush, should we go back to you while you do some coding and you can talk about what you're up to?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
So right now I'm just on the Material UI page and having some fun with some of the different components. So I haven't done Material UI in a while. So I'm really just like going through this and trying to see like what are the different things I can mess with this, because I want to eventually make, this is probably going to be a pretty important part of the actual UI, is probably calling this Find Blahages, I'd assume, or Blahai. I'm not really sure how we want to find my Blahaj. There we go. So at least we got something here. It's blue, just like, you know, Blahaj. So that's perfect. That was definitely like on purpose. And I can probably remove this, and then, you know, eventually instead of the spinning logo, we'll have a proper logo from Galaxia coming in at some point. And then below this, we'll have, you know, some maybe like an actual catalog or something. So if we want to do a catalog, we probably want something with a table. So let's see if they have something with that. Ah, amazing, they do. It's a shame. Oh, they do have demos. That's great. Perfect. So we can have something like this maybe, or I don't know how Galaxia actually wants us to look. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit on our designer's input. But I'm gonna assume that we could maybe go with the table. Galaxia, what do you think?
The table to show.
Yeah, like how do we
where
want
the
to show your
Blahages are?
nearest Blahaj?
I feel like table works. You could show like the store name, the distance, like the stock.
Yeah.
If it's like, yeah.
So like we can say like store name, distance, and stock. And then,
And if they upgrade to premium, you can have a column saying small Hodge stock as well.
you know, I actually found small Hodge pretty easily. I don't know if I'm going crazy or something, but
I mean,
this is small Hodge,
currently there's plenty of stock, but recently it's been a struggle.
there's a ton.
Ayush, I really hope that's not your actual zip code right now.
Well, can I
That is on my
make a
actual
suggestion that we
I'm
pivot the app to small Hodges, because I feel like we've hit saturation in the community with Blahaj, and small Hodge is what we're really after right now. Is that true?
Ooh. Chat, what
That's
do we
more reason
think?
to make it a like monetized feature though.
Yeah,
That's what people want.
This is a
Product
business
thinking.
model.
Oh, right.
Are we really trying to make money and have it be open source?
Yes, we are. That is how we do things.
That's how businesses
This is what you
work.
say in your hackathon pitch. It's the supply and demand.
Yes. Can I show you all a really cool magic trick? Okay, so I've got the Christmas hamster, and then the Christmas hamster goes down, and the real hamster comes up.
Oh my gosh.
Say hello, Jelly Bean.
Hello, Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean, what's this? You think Galaxia needs to design more things? I think Galaxia needs to design more things too. What's that? Yeah, Ayush is doing a good job. Yeah, it's a shame it's Ayush, but he's okay. Be nice to Ayush.
What did I
Yeah,
do
Tracy
now?
is doing an amazing job. She is.
You're doing a great job, Ayush. Don't listen to
Don't
Jelly
listen
Bean.
to Jelly Bean. I think you're doing great.
I don't know. I actually am just coding right now, so I haven't looked at anything else.
Yeah, good. Great question. Here, did you need to install any add-ons? You didn't need to install anything to VS Code. The reason Issues looks weird is because he's logged into the meta version of VS Code.
I chill with it. There's literally no add-ons I'm using though. Like, relax.
Yeah, so like it's fine. You don't need anything. We're building our own API. We're using a Python library to connect to IKEA.
I'm not using any of my plugins. I have not clicked on any of these things. Like this little buck here, I haven't used my buck. Especially this one. Like this one is not useful. So we're gonna just ignore it.
What is the legal name of small haj? Really confusingly, the legal name of small haj is actually blahaj, but 50 centimeters long, which I don't fully understand. Yes.
So blahaj 50?
Yeah, blahaj 50. It's like the MLH top 50, except with like, blahajas. Or the MLH bottom 50, except it isn't just Ryan Swift 50 times, Like, I don't know if you all saw that meme the last time around, but like the first time it was
Ryan gotta
MLH
catch a
top
stray?
50, there was the MLH bottom 50 in Comic Sans, and it was just Ryan's face. It was a great meme. Oh,
Hey, how are we finding the location? Is it like the automatically or a zip code or?
Oh, good question.
We've got someone asking about the fellowship
Waiting
program.
on dev responses, much like I do in my real job.
We don't know yet. So there is a feature on the API that says that like basically is exactly how you will be checking the inventory to see if there's blahages or small hages available or not. Something similar to that, a same command will pull if the stuff is available for pickup and delivery. So I was thinking of using that feature somehow, just parse out the unnecessary information and keep what we need.
But how do you put your own address in? Like, do you type your address or do you type your postal code or do you?
I can let you know
locate?
That. Let me read.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's the convenient thing about having documentation on the API is we can look at the API documentation. Like, Shrazy, do you want to pull up the API docs and we can have a look together?
Yeah, let me find. I have like a zillion tabs. Oh, there you go. Okay, so usage. Yeah, IKEA API. We don't want that. That's the cart. So the cart, you do everything you can do using IKEA's front end. So this is all of the front end stuff. I think that's what Galaxia is looking for. Add, update, delete item, clear coupon. So, okay. So I think what they are doing here is every user has a card. So I think every time you create a user profile, you put in the address. So that address is what will be picked up.
There's actually an easier way of doing this. If you scroll down, there's an item availability API where you can get the stock. And I think it just returns stock for everywhere. And then you can like do your own filtering in the API. If you just keep going down one more, there is like, it's as easy as this. We just put the item ID in.
I think she's looking for address though. She's asking how we would be pulling the addresses.
That's true. How about we just see if we can actually get the availability in the first place and see what data it returns? Because maybe it returns it for all addresses, and then we can just filter it ourselves based on like.
Hold on. Friend here, Wei from the fellowship made an API.
Like,
excuse me?
You just did it just now?
Wei, if you're listening still, you're welcome to join this chat.
Oops, sorry.
Hang on, let's see if it works. I feel like that's too easy though. Also, that hackp.ac link doesn't work. That feels like a cop out. Let me see if it does work.
We'll use it. No.
You have to
collaboration is very key. Something that happens in hackathons is sometimes you'll meet some random team and they'll be like, "Wait, we're doing the same thing," and then you collaborate.
Well, let me show you what this does, because this is pretty cool, but it's not going to give you everything you need. So this has two endpoints. It has /stores, /blahaj, and /smallhaj. So we do go to like /stores. You're going to see a page that looks a bit like this, and it's all the different stores. The problem is, wait, this is US only, and like, oh no, there is some Canadian stores. Okay, it has Canadian stores. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. And basically, this will give you a list of stores. So you still have to link up which the nearest store is. So that's the logic Tracy's going to have to write. Is like, get the user's coordinates based on their postal or zip code, I think, and then like work out which of these is closest, because each of these do have coordinates. And then you get the store ID. So I'm going to choose the best store, which is the downtown Toronto store, which isn't on here. Galaxia.
Wait,
Galaxia. The downtown IKEA is not on here. Our favorite place.
no, it's too new. It is the best
Galaxia, tell
place.
everyone about downtown IKEA and how important it is.
They have the strawberry ice cream. Enough said.
It is so good. It's in a skyscraper in downtown. It sells no furniture in store, but it has like a cafe, and that's the important thing,
They have
right?
a big IKEA cafe.
It's
like,
like
honestly,
$1
too
for
big.
ice cream.
It's
and
almost like
$1
a restaurant more than an IKEA.
It's like 10 out of 10 IKEA, very clean washrooms as well. But I guess like we'll do Montreal. It's okay. So like let's get the BU code, I guess, which is the store code. And then we can do /Blahage. Jellybean, don't jump off. Blahage, no, bad. And store ID equals, and then we can put the store ID. And this will give us the amount of in stock, which is, so we can totally do this. Jellybean, this is pretty cool, right? That's his way of saying yes. So yeah, okay, looks like Shrazy, all you've got to build now is an API which converts a zip or postal code, depending if we're in the US or Canada, into coordinates, works out which of those coordinates is closest to the store list, and then just pull the data about Blahage and Smallhage. How do you feel about that?
I can do that in my sleep.
Well,
It's so easy.
I am very, very excited.
Just kidding. I have no idea how to do that, but I will figure it out.
If you want, actually, I've done that before for our team, like our team website, to like find each other. So let me.
Yeah, it's true.
We used.
Okay. Also, sorry, I have to hijack this. I'm getting accused of not answering emails twice here. I want to be abundantly clear. If the only emails I might ever not respond to are if someone applies for a job and then asks for more feedback. I give a certain amount of feedback. I interview a lot of people. I will not talk all day about what the necessary steps are. I'm very responsive via email. I will not take the slander.
Jellybean, what's this? You want to slander Brandon? Okay, Jellybean, go slander Brandon.
Someone wants to know how to be an MLH coach. Okay, well, the best way to start off is organize a hackathon. Like, organize a hackathon, volunteer at hackathons, go to as many hackathons as you can. Really, become a part of this community and, have some sort of like teaching skills. That's really the two biggest things.
I think Jellybean is about to pee on me. So can we all have a good night to Jellybean? Can we all say night to him? Good night, little bean. All right, I'm going to go put little bean back, and let's take a look at how Galaxy is doing.
I started working on the actual product.
Oh, Tracy, I shared the repo if you want to use that.
Gotcha. That is for what?
That's to convert. It's not actually terribly complicated if you don't want to look at the repo. There's basically like a Google Locations API that we can use. So I think they technically do charge like 5 cents or something per request or something, but they convert zip codes to, and it comes back as or it converts like addresses actually. So if you like it just takes, it's just the API to convert address to Latin long.
Okay.
All right, important question in chat because Ayush is an expert. Can someone, Ayush, give us an idea about the program code and the project overview about the repository repository? Ayush, explain what is going on.
You have an idea about what? What just an idea about program code project? An overview about what?
Basically, talk about how you're going to structure the project.
Oh, okay. So the main thing that I'm like focused on right now is that we want to get one of the folders. It's going to be mainly for front end, and it's going to be for React and specifically. So I'm messing on right now with some of the front end, and I have like a really bad table that doesn't look good, but we're working on that. But the whole idea is that one folder should be the front end, and then we'll probably have one folder that's like the back end. And so the nice thing about the get started, or like that the get started React app, is that it sets up a lot of the folder structures for you, which is super nice. So you have like node modules already set up. Well, that happens automatically. And then we have source and public. So public has a lot of the random stuff that that's already handled for you. And then everything else that I would want to do right now will probably go in source. Eventually, I'm thinking about, for the sake of structure, is making another file inside, another folder inside of source, which I'll call components. And so components will be the actual components, like for example, Blahaj table, which will show all the Blahajes in a beautiful table. And then we'll have another component we're probably going to call like the find me button if it's complicated enough. And then I might make another folder which will handle like calls for us, or if there's any services that I want to do, then I'll probably have another folder for that. So that's kind of how I like to split it up. It's mainly just between back end and front end, so it's easier to find.
Wait, Robert, come on stream. Just join StreamYard. Come say hi. Come critique Galaxia's work.
No,
But yeah,
wait,
Robert
no,
is-
I'm scared. No.
Robert is actually in a car right now, but this chat is from Robert, our head of product design at MLH. So we love to see other MLHers watching the stream. Don't worry, Robert's not driving and watching the stream.
Excuse me.
in a car.
StreamYard supports phones. He can absolutely still join. And Polar has a great question, which is, where are the ads, Galaxia?
Oh, what should we advertise? There's
So,
room for
here's the
ads
thing,
here. Look, banner ad.
This is a real question. Do we want to use like typical Google AdSense, or do you want a static ad where everyone sees the same advertisement and you can plug whatever you want?
Definitely the latter.
No,
Definitely the latter.
Galaxia, if you just open the new tab and go to blahajgang.lol, there's some great ads on there you could steal.
Okay.
Some really important ads that advertise very important products.
What is this?
So there's especially on the side, the most important one is Will wanting to buy Blahaj. I think that ad should be here. Yeah, this should be on here somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where, but that needs to be on there. This was, for anyone who's unaware, this is Will Russell. He's at the MLH Fellowship. This is when me and Will went to Copenhagen, and then I made him cross the border to Malmo, Sweden. Oh my god, to go and buy Blahaj. So it was a good time. Make a Blahaj meme, please. Blahaj isn't a meme. Blahaj is perfection.
But it's also a meme.
No, Blahaj is not a meme. Blahaj, they're calling you a meme. So rude.
Are you saying that a way of life can't be a meme? Because I would argue it can be.
Oh my god. No, I'm saying wow, guys. One, how
Got
do you
you
have
there.
Venmo? You're Canadian.
I
Two,
worked
what?
in the US. I worked in the US last summer.
I know,
and
but
everyone
like,
wanted to Venmo.
why did you not make from Interact e-transfer even money?
They don't
so
have
they
Interact
struggle?
e-transfer.
I know they don't, but they need to learn.
I know. They kept bullying me saying
No.
that Interact was like the past. They're like, oh my gosh, Canadians are so behind. Venmo
like,
is
despite
behind.
the fact
Okay, for
Interact
what
came
it's
out
worth,
before
it's
Venmo.
because we don't want to just share our bank account numbers with everyone.
You don't share your bank account number. You share your email address.
It's too much
Okay,
data.
so what you're saying is you're just describing PayPal then. That's exactly how
No, spill
So
into
just-
your bank account. Okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna kick Brandon off the stream. He doesn't understand Canada.
Canadian-
Alexia, Tracy, like, how are we gonna make Brandon understand
No,
Canada?
no, no.
Okay, the main, it's like Zelle. A way
It
said
works.
it's like Zelle, but we've had it before Zelle became real. The main benefit is it goes right to your bank account. Like right now, I have like $2.40
Right.
in my Venmo account that I can't do anything with. It's just there forever.
Wait, why?
Yeah,
Interact
but
is
the
only
thing
Well, I
is,
have to
like,
like
You
I
can
have to
give it to me.
extract it. Honestly, I should probably just give it to an American because I don't know what to do with it.
And
can
Galaxy's
give
now gonna
Interact for
demonstrate
free.
Interact by Interacting me $10,000.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh,
I could try. Another
Okay,
thing with
this is
Venmo,
not
if you try to
necessarily true with
Venmo a lot of
Venmo.
money, you get locked out. I got locked out of my Venmo because I Venmoed like $3,000, and it wouldn't let me Venmo anymore.
that's so sad. Can't believe Brandon would
I
do
know.
this to you.
I know.
Okay, look, Venmo is good for sending quick amounts of money with your friends, but like there is still a benefit to using something like PayPal, even if it takes time to do the transfer,
No.
of having an actual like trusted third party. That
You know,
PayPal is
PayPal
not a
owns
trusted
Venmo,
third
right?
party. Absolutely.
I know
not.
PayPal acquired Venmo, yes, but I'm saying it as the two separate products.
Okay, Brandon is going to continue with bad hot takes. But while Brandon says these bad hot takes is a
That's
great
not a
little
bad
teaching
hot
feature
take.
here, Brandon, we're done. Let them look at random IKEA location for small Hajj. Then when they try to show more, charge them 50 cents for each location, but you only get random locations. That is one way of doing premium. It's like you pay premium per location.
What? That's
Yeah,
expensive.
you know what? We might just make it so that you have to pay with PayPal to get premium.
As I'm banned from PayPal, we're not doing that. Like
What?
we're doing.
Excuse
we're
me,
doing
why? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, long story.
So my takes aren't bad. You're just banned from things.
Yeah, but like, we're gonna go with
Oh,
we're gonna go
no.
with this idea of using Twilio, one of our amazing sponsors, incredible feature of paying over the phone. Tell us how. No. And Matt in chat says, I got banned from PayPal too. Matt, I actually got banned from PayPal twice. So
Wait, it's not a competition to
no,
want to be
it's
proud
not a
about.
competition. But also, Paula says the best way of actually doing it is to meet me at 3:45 with a bag of cash. I agree.
How did you get banned from PayPal?
I usually will owe you
Disagree.
the story.
216.
It's not as fun as you think.
I'm gonna give you money on PayPal.
Cool. Well, Ayush, let's see what Ayush is up to. How's this going?
My profilers called it a day, which is a slight bummer, but I'm just trying to make this table not look incredibly ugly right now. So that's really all that's going on here. It seems like this table container's default background is white, which is not ideal. But I found out that the background of the actual page is this hex code. So I'm trying to make this just a tad brighter, and maybe I can make it look better that way. Ideally, it would have been nice if maybe this thing, like, I figured out a way to remove the background, but then it doesn't have any borders, which is kind of a shame. So I don't know why they had this great idea of making this beautiful table without any borders, but that's just the situation we're in right now. So maybe I'm thinking about just changing the color instead.
You might want to like throw in something like Bootstrap. Like there's a React Bootstrap library just for the container, so it's not going full width across. Because if you look at Galaxia's beautiful design, it doesn't actually go all the way across. Like it's
because
just
we need ads.
Yeah.
We have ad space.
I'll put it in a container. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's go back to.
And
you
in
can also
chat,
just do a horizontal ad at the bottom instead of vertical.
They have a
that's
beautiful.
Oh, we could
excuse
do
me.
more.
Excuse me,
We could have
Brandon.
another ad.
Galaxia has spent so long designing this. You telling us we're not going to follow Galaxia's amazing
okay.
design?
I'll put it in a
No,
card.
she's got a
Auto
keyboard
layout.
shortcut to make it horizontal. Yeah.
Incredible. But will it
See?
scroll on
Look at
mobile?
that.
Says chat.
Who knows?
Yeah, no
Look,
container
if
needed.
you're buying a Blahaj, you're gonna be serious about it. So you're probably gonna do it on your desktop. You're gonna be like, I'm gonna sit down, set up my gaming desktop, and then we're gonna get this thing done. So
That's so true.
you can't
Someone's
casually
asking what time it is where we are. We're actually all over right now. We're all in different places. We've got people in 2 different sides of Canada and 2 different sides of the US right now.
And to celebrate Canada, Galaxia will now sing the national anthem.
I won't.
Right. Also, good work, Ayush. Ayush, you got a fan. Keep it the right work. You are the hard worker among the MLH coaches today.
Oh, Tracy's doing some good work.
Tracy is doing. Excuse me. So is Galaxia.
Alexia is doing some good work too. I'm ready for her design whenever it's ready.
Yep,
It's ready. Just go on the Figma.
Oh,
Or it's
right.
like it's ready enough, I believe.
So it looks like we've got some other distaste for tables here.
Poor tables. What did they ever do to you, Robert? Hashtag justice for tables. Oh, a Shrazy
Your
fan. Shrazy
final-
also doing good work. I agree.
Sorry. What was that?
Someone in chat says you're doing good work.
Thank you. I am right now. What am I doing right now? Okay, so I'm done installing Python now. I'm all set up. I'm pretty sure. All right.
Oh, this looks good.
Let's see. Sorry, what was that?
No, I'm just happy I got something. It looks better now.
Nice.
I'm making progress.
That's good.
let's give like Ayush and Tracy a couple of minutes just to like properly code. So I'm gonna pull the rest of us off stream, and they're gonna like strategize on how this is gonna work. Just to give like Galaxia and Brandon and me just a second of just like getting a drink, having a breathe. Galaxia, drink the entire bubble tea, and Tracy, Ayush, go on, make an incredible plan here, and come up with what's gonna happen there.
Oh no. Okay. Is my screen getting shared? Oh, it's yours. Okay. I don't know. I need to pull up the Figma, so let me do that. Are you using the you're using the API that our fellow made, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Our friendly fellow. Oh, so you're using the we're not going to use the amazing API that was made by our friends.
Which one are you talking about?
I was kind of wired in slightly.
Are you talking about the one we made?
The one that yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I will use that.
Okay, where is this? I don't know if that was ever shared. Or
I can send it to you. Do you want me to?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. You're working on the back end anyway, so it's not a problem. Yeah. And then chill. I didn't know I was sharing my screen. I'm trying to find this. Oh god, this chat is gonna pull me in half. Okay. I can. Okay, I've got something. Progress is being made. How much time do we have? We're sitting at an hour and 10 minutes in. 20 minutes.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Hour and 20 minutes. Yes.
Okay, we got 2 hours left. A little less, an hour and a half left.
You have loads of time to build incredible things. How are you both feeling about things right now?
Not terrible. I don't know how good this is.
Not the best.
No, like
okay.
You can do incredible things.
I am lost. Where am I?
I think the problem is that we're gonna get one part of it working, and I'm gonna get one part. But the hardest part's definitely gonna be merging these two. So
yeah, for sure.
I can definitely help with merging the two. That's like not actually very difficult. The most important thing is Tracy gets the Flask app running, and that Flask app needs to return some data to start with. Like even if Tracy to start with, you just get your Flask app returning like a single IKEA store's worth of data, or like 2 or 3s.
Yeah,
and it isn't location based. So let's get that working first. Then you should get that working on the front end, and then we can both collectively work together on getting Tracy's, then outputting the correct data. But I think that's the most important priority is like Tracy successfully managing to output some data.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let me figure out how to do that. Activate. So I install Flask, and then overview Python dependencies. Okay, this is not helpful. So we need Flask.
That's a really mean thing to say about Ayush. That's a really mean thing to say about Ayush. Like, he is helpful. I'm kidding. Like, that's not helpful. And I'm like, he is helpful. He's just helpful in a very Ayush kind of way.
What do I do now?
I mean, you're still using Meta's version of VS Code.
I'm not installing another VS Code just for like a stream. That's too much.
Does anyone else have multiple versions of VS Code installed? Because I have 2 versions.
Oh, you do?
I do. So like, you could have done it.
I could have, but I didn't want.
Okay. How to use Flask SQL Alchemy to interact with databases in a Flask application. That sounds complex enough. Let's follow that.
You're not going to need a Flask. You're not going to need a database, though.
But why?
But like,
I don't know.
Like an API.
Yeah, but I want to like just pull from an API. Just pull from a database to test if it's working.
Gotcha.
Like, it doesn't have to be like I'm just trying to figure out how would you go about pulling something from like somewhere using Flask and printing it on my local host.
The way I would do it personally is there is a Python library called Request, I think it's called. Let me just check this real quick.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So there's the requests module is you do like requests.get and then the URL to go and pull data from a URL. And then that will get you your data from your API. And then you would use Flask to return it. Now, to return it in Flask, I'm going to find you a nice example of like an example app, which will give you kind of a vague idea of what you want to be building. And I think let's find you something because it's difficult when you're building something for the first time. Oh, here is a really simple example, Tracy. Let me just pull it for the right version. If you look at this, if you can get this running, I'm going to put it in the private chat on StreamYard. But just the very top bit of code is all you actually need.
Can you stop sharing the screen? Sorry.
Yep.
For a sec. I don't want to. Oh, perfect. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yep.
All righty. So minimal. Oh, yeah. That's the kind of stuff I was looking for.
Yep. So those 6 lines, you know how it's currently returning some HTML and CSS? We actually don't need to return HTML and CSS. We can return like JSON, and then you can pull that JSON in the front end.
Okay.
So that's how I would do it.
Gotcha.
Wait, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use your waypoints. We're going to pull it from your waypoints and work out distance search. We just have to. She's learning how to use Flask and Python for the first time, so she's learning how to pull from your endpoints. Do not worry. And also, people in chat, be nice. Like, what are we doing? We're doing crazy stuff. We're not going to install SQL Alchemy. We don't need it. But yeah, it's going to be fun times. Jess has requests too. Yes. But yeah, I'll send as well this in chat for you, Tracy. I'll put this as well. This is how you do a API request in Python, which is really, really nice and easy. And yeah, let's take a look at what Aish is up to. Oh, wow.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I got progress. I know it's crazy. I'm trying to figure out like how to make this color look better. Let's see if this is like a dark blue. So I don't know how good. I don't know if this is even like registering yet.
Well, you'll want to do whatever colors Galaxia is using. She's our pro designer here.
I know. Where is she?
She's here. Say
Where?
hi, Galaxia.
I'm right here.
So what can I don't know if I can use your text, but like what colors do you want me to possibly use on this?
Do you want me to just read the hex code to you?
Yeah, that should work.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
0057A5.
Okay. I have no idea this is gonna actually register. It clearly didn't. Which is okay, but at least I can, for the time being, can use a little bit of inspect element to just see what this would look like.
That's the IKEA blue color.
But
Or
should
you
the
could
table be
just-
blue?
Oh, that's
or
like
should
a
the
blue
table be
color.
white?
The table
Okay.
should
So we can
white.
first change this.
Yeah, Ayush, the
That's
table
like
should
a
be
blue color.
white. You've
Ayush,
upset
look at my
Galaxia. The table should be
Figma.
white.
You're the most difficult developer I've ever worked with. Look at my Figma.
I can't. I tried pulling it up, but I wasn't able to. All I see
Galaxia,
is
can you send him a screenshot? Let's not continue leaking meta stuff on.
here. Look, I have this. This is like from 6 years ago. I haven't
Cool.
seen.
Ayush, Galaxia is going to put a screenshot of what she's made in the group chat on Slack, and then that'll hopefully make life easy.
Yeah, I got Right Minds 2 years ago. This is not gonna help.
Okay,
I
I have
remember
one that's the design and one that has some margins. Hold on.
Okay.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. Chat, how are you all feeling right now? You know, there's a lot going on. Galaxia is doing the very best to help Ayush. Very, very best.
I'm trying to just even figure out how to change the text to this. Oh, what color? Wait, what the?
Chat's apparently loving it, which is always good to hear. What is happening? Great question, Fantasy Appleby. We're currently attempting to build an entire hackathon project in 3 hours on a live stream with no plans in advance, so craziness is happening. We're using random tools. Tracy's using Python for the first time. Galaxia is definitely not using Figma for the first time. And Ayush is using his React skills and Meta's version of VS Code. So there's so much going on, and we are really trying our best to create the Blahaj locator to help you be able to buy one of these with a premium feature, which lets you call in and upgrade to a paid plan. And how do I earn MLH giveaway swag? Well, there's currently not a giveaway on the stream, but by checking in using the link at the bottom of our screen, hackp.ac/mrscrazy, you can earn points. And if you earn enough points and complete the required steps, you will qualify for little stickers and a postcard and all that kind of stuff in the mail. That'll be coming as soon as they can get it to you after Global Hack Week. It can take a little bit of time, but yeah, good vibes. And Way's putting it in chat because Way is Faith.
I'm moving to Adobe Illustrator. This is getting serious.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't know how to use Figma vector tools.
So Galaxy, explain to us, how do you
no.
decide if you're going to use Figma or Illustrator?
Illustrator, like if you're gonna make a font, do not make it on Figma. Figma is really good for product like interface design, but it's not really good for like editing the vector points. Like if you wanted to edit these little individual points, it's not very precise. And there's a lot of like things you can do in Illustrator that you can't do on Figma. So it's definitely not a necessity. You can do most things on Figma. I'm just like, I prefer Illustrator sometimes.
Hashtag justice for Figma.
No, I love Figma. I think I'm like contractually obligated to say I love Figma, but I do genuinely love Figma.
Galaxy, where have you interned before?
Not Figma, but I did intern at Meta. What is going on
what you're
right
saying
now?
is you could be using the meta version of Figma like Ayesha's using, and you're just not.
There's no meta.
It's
version
literally
of
just
Figma.
it's just VS Code with the Meta logo. Chill out. It's fine.
No, that's the only way I can code. It's like if it doesn't have the logo on there, I'd be
You
so
don't know what
lost
you're
right
doing.
now.
Also, looks like we've got some other MLHers hiding in the chat. You're welcome to join as well. You know how to get on our StreamYard. I'm not going to say, but you know how to get here. So you're allowed to get here if you want.
Next time, do it on a quest. I'm going to presume that means an Oculus Quest. I cannot think of something
Oh my
more
gosh,
terrifying than making
I have a
Galaxia sit
quest.
in VR goggles on a stream and develop.
I
in
own
Figma.
one. I have a quest.
I have one too.
Oh my
It's
god,
all
Rena,
like
you should do a
posted at
VR
Meta.
stream. That's actually fun. We should do like a multiplayer VR stream.
Oh, that would be fun actually. Everyone would be like,
You're going to order your plahages in VR?
Oh my god.
I can see how big it will look in my room.
True.
Wow, it's so big. Or the small one, I'll be like,
This is a fun fact. My Meta interview was on the IKEA playset. I had to critique
Wow.
the IKEA app.
wow.
This really did just come full circle, didn't it?
I just remembered that. I blocked it from my mind.
Why? Why would you ever do that?
Interviews
What's
are
wrong with IKEA?
scary. No, interviews are so scary.
Sell Blahage DLC, apparently. That would be a cool idea. Free purchase of a website. You're not getting a Blahage for free. These things are an expensive thing. Blahage inflation over the last years, these have gone up by like 250%. Like no one can give you a free Blahage. They're too valuable. All right, Tracy, can we go to you and see what you're up to?
Okay, so I got the requests and whatnot working. Now, if I had to, Jacqueline, if I had to like, so I think it's like able to like get data and print something. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm going to send you
Well,
a
we
link to
want to
Waze endpoint. I would recommend using Waze instead because it's going to return JSON, which is going to be easier to deal with than a lot of HTML and CSS. So I just put that in Slack. If you want to go grab that, that will make your life significantly easier. It's in Slack, not in StreamYard. I pulled your stream off for a sec, so you got a second to go get it. Tracy's going to go grab that, and I can also put it in private chat as well if that's easier. But this basically will output some JSON. Now, JSON, if anyone in chat has never used it, is a way that JavaScript and also Python is designed for JavaScript. The JS is JavaScript and it's object notation. It's like how JavaScript stores objects. It means it can be a really easy way of sending data between front ends and back ends. So let's take a look at Tracy's screen. So this is for a single IKEA store. So this is not doing any of the logic of working out the closest, but this is returning the stock from Montreal's IKEA. And you can see the medium in stock and the product ID. You can see there's a stock number. Do you see that there? So it's like that stock number is realistically what we need to be returning. The rest of it we don't really care about. So the way we're going to do that is, do you want to go and put this API, like call this API from your Python app, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So here we're calling the API. So
Yep.
just call this,
Yep.
do you want me to just call this link, right?
Yep. I want you to go and call that link because it's a very useful link.
Okay.
Awesome. And I just need a little quote. Perfect. And if you run that, you should get the same data. Fingers crossed. If we don't, it's going to be slightly scary, but that's okay.
Yeah, that does.
Cool. So that gets the right data. And then we need to manipulate this data to actually return the bit we need. So we don't care about all of this. But before we do that, let's go and now put this. We'll get around to parsing JSON in a second, Tracy. Let's first of all make it so this is inside a Flask app so we can call a URL to get this data. We'll manipulate, the manipulation is easy. If you head back over to that Flask example where there's like 6 lines of code on the Flask quick start and just paste that in, I'll show you how we're going to do this. It's actually really simple. Flask is an amazing, amazing kind of thing. Yep. So yeah, copy that, paste that into code, and then I'll walk you through how this is going to work. So do you see where it says @, app route equals /? That basically means the default. So if someone goes to your local host, it's going to return that data. And so what we can do is just after hello world, we can then say x equal request.get, and then we can return x.text. Does that make sense? Yep.
Yeah.
So have a go at that.
Hang on.
Yep, you're all good. You're all good.
Okay. So here we're returning the the x.text we're going to be returning here, right?
Yep. And you don't want to put it in quotes, otherwise it's just going to return the literal text, x.text. You want the value, so it doesn't need to be in quotes. And also we can run code when this endpoint is hit, and we can run the x equals request.get code. So we should go and paste line 4 to be just under line 9.
I changed the lines. Line number, which one? Line 3?
So get this one, yep, and then paste it between line 8 and 9.
Between here and here?
Actually, between 6 and 7 now, sorry. So inside the function hello world. Because that function, yeah, there you go, perfect. So that function will run whenever someone goes to /, basically, is how it works. So whenever someone visits our website. So now when we run stuff, nothing's going to happen. But the cool thing is now we can start our Flask app. So the way we're going to go and do that is if you head over to that quick start link again, there is a command and it is Flask space.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So now if you go to localhost 5000, you should hopefully return some JSON. Amazing. Cool. Now we should be able to do x.json rather than x.text. So if you head back, and this means it's going to be already pre-parsed as JSON, and it should mean the font will change, which is going to kind of tell us it's working. So yep, you'll need to stop and start it again because of how Python works. Fingers crossed. All right, let's see if this works.
Nope.
Internal server error, that's not what we wanted. Response.json takes 1 argument but did not return correct stuff. Oh no, what did we do wrong? It might be, go back, Tracy. It might be like x.json and then brackets. So like x.json, open bracket, close bracket. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, try that. That might be correct. Can we just like give a big shout out as well to Shrezy? She's never used Python before and she's doing this. This is like incredibly big brain. Yay! So we're returning JSON. Now, which data in here do we care about, Shrezy? Because it's definitely not all of it.
I lost you. Sorry, what was that last bit?
Which data in here do we care about? Because we don't care about all of it, do we?
Yeah, we don't. So we're gonna parse out just what we need here.
Yep.
That bit.
I think we also probably want is Montreal in here? Can we see the? Yeah, I think we probably want the store's name as well, just so we can like on the table say like Montreal has 6 stock. So do you want to have a go at parsing out the JSON?
Yeah, let's try to parse out the JSON. Parse JSON. Data. Python. Okay,
yeah.
Let's see.
Now, the cool thing is in theory, with when we're using this x.json function, it already like Python already knows this is JSON, so we don't need to convert it or anything. We can just like manipulate it immediately, which is going to make our life obviously super easy, which is great. Obviously, how we do that is a different story, and we're going to have a go at trying it out, but you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So with okay, so I'm just gonna load it into a variable.
Yep.
And from that, there you go. And then from that variable, we can just print out the tag that we want specifically.
Yep.
I think that's what's going on here. So we want the tags.
You'll also need to import the Python library, otherwise this isn't going to work.
Right.
Sorry,
the
JSON library.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say for now we want the tag product ID. Oh no, sorry, stock. So let's just put that here. And what did you ask me to import?
You need to just import JSON at the top. And in chat, someone's saying, wait, there can be multiple IKEAs in a place, and there definitely are. Don't worry, as someone who is extensively experienced with IKEA, if there's 2 IKEAs in a city, they give them different names. For example, in Toronto, we have IKEA North York, IKEA Oktobercoke, IKEA Scarborough, and IKEA Aura, which is downtown. So IKEA have actually already thought this one through. Do not worry, we do not have to write our own logic for this. All right.
And so we don't want this return anymore. We just want it to print the stock. That should work, right?
We'll need it to return something, won't we? Because otherwise we're not going to get anything in our browser when we go to it. But for now,
I just need to clear up in the chat. All right, y'all. It's a Diet Coke. Like it's just a Diet Coke. It's not been that many drinks.
But yeah, let's try returning Y stock and see what happens, Tracy.
Yeah.
4 IKEAs in Toronto. We have plenty of IKEAs in Toronto. It's kind of crazy. I think we've probably got the highest IKEA density in the world. It's like kind of terrifying.
Nope, that would not change anything. So,
did you stop and start your Python app?
Sorry?
Did you stop and start your Flask app?
I did, yeah.
I would just do it again and make sure you saved, because that should have changed something.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Reset Flask app, we run it, refresh. No.
Oh, that's because you're on the wrong URL. You're on
here.
Waste Stock Tracker. You're not on localhost 5000. No, go back to Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you need to go to localhost 5000 because that's where your project's running. Yeah.
Did y'all see this hot tip way
not
over here?
We'll do that in a... Actually, yeah. Do you want to have a go at that, Tracy? This is actually a really good tip.
What's up?
Cool. No. Internal server error, that's probably expected. I'll explain mine in a second. But if you just look at Way's message in chat right now, if you run export flask env equal development before flask run, any changes will trigger a restart automatically, so you have to stop and start again.
But about Way's comment, let me see.
Yep.
Python.
And this is why hackathons are great, because you meet new people and they help you out, and it means you have to do difficult things. So, yeah.
Okay. So quick tip, if we run export Flask and development before Flask run, Flask will run in development mode and changes will trigger. Oh, perfect. Okay. So export Flask and equals development.
Yeah. Incredible.
Also, now while you do that, we've got a couple of requests here to see what Ayush is up to. So if we want to switch on over.
We'll switch in a second. Let's just get this returning like some data, and then we'll switch. I promise Ayush will be back shortly, friends. We just need to get this tiny bit done so that we know it's definitely working. Because there's like so much stuff to do here, and like we really want to get this thing working. And like this is Tracy's first time using Python, is something to remember, which is like so big brain. Like not even just big brain, but like the biggest brain. And like I am like so excited to see what she achieves, but like she has to like manage to get it working, right? And that is a really big struggle. So
okay, and that's it, right? Flask and
yep.
Development for Flask.
Export okay. Flask and equal development. Yep. And then you should, and now when you run Flask.run, it'll auto update, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's go to localhost 5000 and see what error we get. So if you want to open that, refresh the page, and then check our console, because we're going to get, oh, here we go. Here's our error. So something, JSON.loads gave us an error. Must be a string or byte array. Okay, so we need to pass in a string. So we need to actually pass in the text rather than the JSON, because the JSON thing doesn't like it when you give it JSON to start with. So let's head back into VS Code and let's change it to JSON, like x equals request, and then JSON.loads x.text, because otherwise it's going to have our full request data, like the headers and everything else. So we just need to pass in the actual JSON itself. So so JSON.loads x.text should do that. And it's basically, I don't know what loads does, says chat. This just gets kind of our data and puts it into a JSON array so we can manipulate it. Okay, give it a save and refresh your page and see what happens, Tracy. You don't need to do anything else now because Waze helped you out.
Yeah.
You don't need to run it. Running it's not needed, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Give it a refresh. No, you don't need to do that. Now Waze said how to do it. You can just refresh the page. Big brain. All right, got a different error. The view function did not return a valid response. It must be a string, but it was an int. So it returned a number. Do you know what might be going on here? I know what's going on. This is normal. Our stock is a number. It's an integer, right? You can't return an integer. So actually, let's return. There's 2 bits of data we need to return, right? We need to return the name of the store and the what else? The name of the store and the stock level. Well, how do we do that using Python? Well, if we look at the Python JSON documentation, which I'm going to pull up really quick, what we can do is we can build ourselves a Python object. Have you done that before, Tracy? Nope, because you never used Python.
Yeah, I've never used Python. So
that's okay, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and underneath y equals JSON.loads, add a new line. I'm going to make a variable called data. So data equals. And it's going to be an object, which looks conveniently like a JavaScript object. So we're going to do curly brackets. And then, inside that, do a new line. And there's 2 bits of data we're going to return. We're going to return one called stock. So we're going to put stock in quotes. And then we're going to do a colon. And how do we get our stock level? We've already done that. There needs to be no space between the quote and the colon.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And so then do a space. And we know how to get that data because you've already done it before because you're big brain.
Okay, so we want the stock.
Yep.
Okay. So we just Y stock.
Yep, you got it. And then stock will need to be in quotes because it's a name of the thing. And then we have a bit of data we want to return is
store name, was it?
Store name. All right.
Called store name?
It is nested. So you'll need to do, I believe, so do a comma between the square bracket that closes stock and then a new line.
Oh, no, that's not the comma I'm looking for. There we go.
Yep. And then you want to call this one like store or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you feel like it should be called. Give it a name. Cool.
Store name.
And then store name. Cool. And then a quote. And then if we really quickly go look at the JSON real quick, because it's formatted a little bit differently. So just open up Waze API real quick.
I think I have it right here. Should be somewhere here. There you go. Coordinates, stock, store. There you go. That's the store.
So do you see it goes store and then there's a colon and then it's like nested. So it's like there's like one inside another. And so we have to do store name. And I think the way we do that is we would literally do like Y square brackets, store, close brackets, open square brackets, name, close square brackets. And that should make it so we can return some data.
Okay, so Y, open brackets, you said.
Yep, and then in quotes store, and then inside the store object, there's another object. And so don't open the brackets again. So, and then after the close brackets, and then open the brackets again. And then there is a name. And I think that should work. So the only other thing we need to do then is return our data. You can get rid of a print as well. You don't need the print.
And we don't need Y stock anymore. We just need to return data.
Yep, you got it. Wow, the fact that we've managed to actually be productive for a second here is wild. You don't need to restart because of the thing that Wei told us.
Oh, oops.
It's all good. You can restart. It's not going to break anything. Just last got run. Okay, let's head back in and let's see how it's looking.
Yay!
Yes,
Did it.
we're returning data.
Nice.
So, Shrezy, I'm going to leave you to go and see if you can work out how to then. So there's a couple of API calls you can do. So if you just go to Wei's link, which I'll put into your chat for you, there's a stores endpoint, and the next thing you're going to need to work on is working out how to get convert. Like the first thing to do is get coordinates and work out from a set of coordinates which is the nearest store. Okay, so that's going to be your next job.
Okay.
While you do that, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but there's definitely going to be like a guide on how to do that in Python. Let's go over to Ayush and see what Ayush is up to. All right, Ayush, what are you up to?
I got some progress before this error. Let me just
Hello.
I'm working on removing some data. So we've cleaned this up a little bit. It looks a little bit better now. The button actually has padding, and this took me way too long because I'm honestly just not super familiar with styling a material UI. So you can't just add a styles prop, which is a little bit unfortunate. So you have to use this SX prop, which I'm not the most familiar with. So initially I wanted to make all of this white just to what's the easiest way to do that. So I initially made the table container color white, but I wasn't happy with that. And so I had to go and actually make every single table cell white, which was the only way to do it, which is a little bit unlucky, but we have something. I can obviously using keyboard shortcuts, you can do is Command D on Mac and Control D on VS Code on Windows. You just go like this and you can edit everything as such, which is super cool. Very convenient. And so that's how I was able to get that done pretty quickly. So we have something. Galaxia, I need to look at your screenshot now to actually get the colors in properly. So I initially just wanted to make sure that I had something that looked kind of good. I also got padding on the button finally, and I think this button actually looks kind of cool. It's better than before. So that's a big plus. So now I'm gonna remove this logo here and actually implement hers. So Galaxy, if you could also send me that on Slack, I can finally change this to the proper SVG or JPEG, whatever is easier. I think JPEG should be easier. So yeah,
They're both just one button.
You're gonna make Galaxia cry by saying that. A logo should never be a JPEG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's easier.
Galaxia, no.
It's
Galaxia,
not easy.
educate him.
They're okay. Can I?
I know the difference.
No,
Can you share
Galaxia
my
is gonna
screen?
educate
Should I?
Yeah, but there's an image already here, so I can just.
Right, we're muting Ayush. Galaxia, tell him why he's wrong.
What am I educating on?
You're gonna explain why you should never use JPEG for a logo.
Oh, okay. I don't think I can explain it perfectly, but in general, a JPEG, when you make it big, it looks bad because it's a lossy file format. So I see how you trying to talk right now and you forcibly muted him. But yeah, JPEG looks bad when you make it big. PNG looks a little better when you make it big, but it's a huge file, which is not really helpful on web because it won't load properly sometimes. With vector graphics, it's not that big of a deal, but oftentimes the best way to go is SVG because the file size is super small, especially for logos. Yeah. The logo I export, if I export an SVG, it'll be 10 kilobytes or something, so it'll load instantly.
And you can use it in the exact same way as any other image, as well as the big thing. You can just use
you can use it in more ways. Yeah, if you do a big brain SVG import, you can use it in more ways. I don't know how to do that, but
yeah. The big thing that you should know is one big reason to not even use JPEG is JPEG will put speckly different colors on your thing and make it so your lines are not nice and crisp, which is fine if it's a photo because you can't really tell. But if it's a logo, it will make Galaxia cry. Okay, I think he should be educated. Let's unmute him so he can talk again.
It's also I appreciate I trying to make it easier for me, but they're both one button. I just select on the drop down menu.
Make it easier for me.
Should we? Okay, let's watch Galaxia press that button.
Oh, hold on. It's really exciting. It says export. You press plus. I can even give you all of them. I can give you.
Give him a PDF for making them better.
I can give you. Actually, I can give you all of these.
Just give me the SVG.
No.
Yeah. I'm also waiting for
Oh,
IKEA
no.
to partner with us. If anyone knows anyone who works at IKEA, you can give them just tell them to email us. I'm sure they have it. They know.
They definitely
know.
know.
This is
What is this folder called?
this is not weird stuff. That's a very
Okay.
normal folder.
No,
Also, you should always name your layers. This is also not going to be the final one because I'm working on the font.
Yeah.
Some
so
progress
the font
has been
is
made,
out.
by the way.
That font's looking great so far.
Thanks. But yeah, this will not be the final logo, but it's okay for now.
Okay, now you should remember you are banned from using a JPEG, okay?
I'm definitely
Use a
using
PNG, I'll be okay with it. If you use an SVG, I'll be happy. If you use a PDF, I'll be slightly bemused. But like, no JPEG.
I vote PDF. I would love
Yeah, I got
How
PDF. I'll use the PNG.
Okay. Despite the fact it is just as easy to use a SVG and it will look better.
This is true, but it's not that
PNG
deep.
should be not bad. I didn't check the size, but we're gonna have to replace
Someone's
it anyway.
asking. This seems like a
I think
Galaxia
the
question.
wrong person to ask this question to, but this is a great question.
What
What
aesthetic
aesthetic
design
design
goals and/or
role?
approaches do you apply them on? I think
This
she
is a
looks good or
big
not,
question.
right?
Yeah, that's it, Brandon. This is a very big question. You're asking like, how did you design good? There's like a lot of things that go into doing design well. I would say like when you're designing a product, like a digital product, like a website or an app, like what we're doing now, the most important part is for it to be usable, I would say. So a lot of people will think like usability is really separate from making it look good and it has to look ugly to be usable, but it's not true. Things that look ugly are not usable because the ugliness like distracts the user from using it. So like general like good things to know are like being like minimal kind of. So using like high contrast, not putting like extra stuff. So these ads are like actually not really like good design, but
Yeah,
it's for fun. It's for fun. So example of like something that's not too good. If you had like a really light color, like it's really hard to see. So don't do things like that. I could ramble with this for like ever. If you just Google like design principles, those will be really helpful. I see chaos happening on Ayush's screen.
Yeah, let's take a look at Ayush's screen. This question here is, how is it going? I think this really does sum up how it's going.
Okay. So for the wow, I love that. So for the next step, am I adding more stores?
What's going on?
I love how slow it's spinning.
Can you?
I was gonna say it's very
Can you make
soothing.
it slowly disappear? Can you make it slowly disappear so it's just gone after a bit?
Oh, but smaller and smaller. Good. I don't even know what is causing this to spin, but here we are. Oh, app header. Probably that.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, also, before I forget, if anyone hasn't checked in yet, please do check in. You can get checked in at hackthefeed.ac/thisiscrazy. If you don't check in, you will not be getting your point for coming to this stream. Don't know why you're here, but I'm really glad you are. You know, earning points sends points to your guild, which is obviously really cool because guilds are cool. It also is what helps you qualify for the swag, such as the really cool stickers and not a blahage, but that's okay. All right. Let's Tracy, what was your plan? You were telling us about an incredible plan, right?
I was asking you something. I was asking you, do I just go on to add more stores now, or
animal stores would be a good next step. I think if you can return data for all the stores, I think that's going to be difficult, but I think it would be worth a try. Do you know how to do that?
Trying. So there's endpoints for all the stores, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Depending on the store code. So how what I'm thinking right now,
yep,
how feasible that is I'm gonna be throwing in all the endpoints for all the stores in the database of our choice, which is Mongo, and it will be querying the database, the request instead of, so you see right now it's querying this one specific store
Yep.
It should be querying the entire database is what the goal is. Does that sound feasible?
I think we can do that at some point. I think there's a much easier way to get up and running immediately.
Yeah.
All right. So if you go back to this link, I'm going to put in, I'll put it in stream chat for you because this is probably going to be useful. But let's take a look at what data we have here. While she does that, there's a great question of any guild recommendations.
Oh, there you go.
Are you seriously asking if there's any guild recommendations? Like, come on, friend. So Tracy, this gives us a list of, do you see where it says BU code as well? So don't put it in yet. You'll see why. Like leave that out for now. Otherwise, you're going to break things. But you see it says BU code? That is the store code. So that means we can like query the Blahaj and Smallhaj stock for that store. And we can do that by, just changing the free numbers at the end of URL. So you're a big brain programmer. Do you know the best and easiest way to do that?
I'm just going to replace the store ID number with a variable and
How do we do that for every store in that list, though?
How do we do that for every list? So this is going to be a variable, right? And every time we just want to change the number in the end. So we're just going to have to figure out a way to have all of this number somewhere. And we pull that every time.
You want to get a list of the stores and go for it. Well, what's an easy way to go? Remember, this isn't on an API. So what is the easiest way for us to just go get all of this data?
Sorry, what was that on an API?
What is the easiest way for us to get all this data into our project?
We import the data.
We can do an API request like we did earlier and loop through it.
Sorry.
Do a loop, and then for each one, we can add some data. So if you want to go copy this URL, let's write some code, Tracy.
Yes.
Copy this URL and then head back into Python. And then before x equals, and we're not going to change this. We're going to leave that there for now. But we're going to add another request above it. So we're going to go and say stores is equal to, interesting typo there, is going to equal to requests.get.
Requests.get.
And then we're going to do that URL. Okay, so this is going to give us our list of stores. Next, we're going to go and want to loop through these stores. Well, conveniently, this is returning JSON. So we can do the exact kind of same little magic we did earlier, where we can say, let's say like store list is equal to json.loads stores.text. Wei, I'm sure it has a rate limit. We'll get to that when we get to it. We'll bear with. Yep. So we're going to do json.loads stores.text. And this is our list of stores, and we're going to loop through it. Okay. Now, the way we loop through it is a great question. Let's do Python loop through Python list. Is it a list or is it a dictionary? I can't remember in Python. I know about this rate limit. We'll get to it later. It's a problem for later. It's when it happens, it will happen. You know. The problem is this is not a list. It's a dictionary, Tracy. I misspoke. So we need to loop through a Python dictionary.
Okay.
And I actually don't know off the top of my head how to. Actually, is it a dictionary? Maybe it is a list. Can you just print the type of? Yeah. Print type Python. The way you do that in Python is you use a type function. So you do like print open brackets type open brackets store list. Maybe I'm being dumb. It's very possible. Cool. And then save that, and then just go to your localhost 5000. Yeah, wait, I think so too, but I want to make sure this is definitely correct. Wrong one. That is Wei's URL. That is also Wei's URL.
That's Wei's URL. Just going to do this. Localhost 5000.
Oh no. Is your project running?
It is running. Maybe it needs a rerun.
Maybe it does.
Okay, is that it?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's expected. And then if we just look in our Python terminal now, so just open your console. Just open the one which is your actual Mac console, which is running the Python app though. Cool. And then here we can say it's a list. See where it says class list? Okay, so we can just loop for a list. So how do we loop for a list in Python?
Let's find out.
Yep. This is if you've ever done a hackathon, you know it's fine to Google stuff.
Oh, it's pretty much the same for X in this list, and this list is the name of the list. Okay.
Yep. Awesome.
Cool.
So we're gonna put that between lines. Yeah, you're gonna put it where 10 is currently.
And that's the list.
And for now, just print X and just see if we can get the data. You'll need to fix your indentation.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're getting a time reminder. I think this is
30 minutes left. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
It's okay. All we got to do is tie it together. It's gonna be great.
We've actually we've got another 50 minutes, don't we? I thought it was till 4:30. We'll see. We can tie this together. Like we're very close to having the back end done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't
cool.
know about the front end.
Tracy, check your console. Amazing. Here is our list. Okay, so we're nearly done. Okay, now we're gonna go and write some code, which is gonna loop through all of these and hope like hell we don't get rate limited, because if we do, we don't have time to fix it. So we're gonna do fingers crossed this is gonna work. So head back into VS Code, and then instead of printing, what we're gonna do is for each one, we're gonna get rid of we're gonna copy line 12 to be where print currently is, and we're gonna replace X with like store data, just because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. So get line 12 and just indent it by one level. So it's inside our for loop. Oh, needs to, cool. And then just replace, because we're already using X for the specific store data, just replace X with like something else like store data or something. It's not going to be localized to your location, but that's okay. And then we're going to say Y equals store data.text.
Y equals store data.
Yeah. Okay, and then you'll need to indent Y2. This is going to work. I'm really hopeful. It's going to be slow as hell, but it's probably going to work. And then indent data 2. But what we need to do is append. Oh God, append. Okay, so on line 7, put like a new line under it. So a new line under line 7 and put data equals and then square brackets. So we're going to turn data into a list. And then we're going to do, instead of data equals, we're going to do data.append on line 15. Yep. And then we're going to do open brackets, like regular brackets. And then you're going to delete the close brackets and the equals. So you just want it to be like, yeah. And then get rid of that space as well. Yeah, and get rid of a space there. Okay, this should work. Okay, so this is going to be very, very slow. If you give that a save, Tracy, and then run it, I'm going to really hope we don't get rate limited here. If this works, I'm going to be blown away. But I think we might have successfully just made this work. It's going to pull the stock levels for every single IKEA, which is slightly wild. I really, really hope this works. Yes, okay. Yes, we did it. It all says Montreal. That's okay, though. Why is it doing that? So that's fine. Everything is working fine.
Oh, I know why. Because here, stock of Y, we're only specifically printing out stock of Y.
So store data, instead of store ID equals 039, we need to put the correct, so it's going to be X dot, oh God. I think we can just do, like after the quote, so like store ID equals and then the quote and then plus. I think this works in Python. Yep, plus and then X dot B, what was it? BUID or whatever. Let me just pull it up. Go back. Yeah, BU code. So X dot BU code. I'm sure you can do F string, but I don't have time. Okay, save that. Let's see if that works. Okay, this is gonna be slow. Oh no. Big task. Oh God.
BU code.
This is BU code doesn't exist. Oh yeah. Sorry, this isn't JavaScript. Go back. X and then BU code in square brackets and quotes. It's a dictionary. I'm used to JavaScript, friends. So X, open square bracket, quote, BU code, close square bracket. You got it. Okay. Everyone cross our fingers. This is going to work. This is definitely going to work. Stop and start it again, I guess. I don't know quite why it's doing that. Oh, I'm so worried. This better work. I really hope we don't get rate limited. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, everybody.
It's running.
Gonna do all its stuff. And hopefully,
It's
hopefully, it's not going to be location specific. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it. We got our store name. We went and returned the data. We have an API for Ayush to use in the front end.
I see how Quebec got like heavily.
That's okay. Quebec can get posted. I'm okay with this. Okay.
They Quebec and butchered it. Okay, cool.
Okay. So we have an API running. Okay, Tracy.
Mhm.
For the rest of this stream, don't worry about getting it on Google Cloud. We'll get to that later. Okay. Instead, get ngrok installed and get this to like connect to ngrok. It should take you like 5 or 10 minutes. It's really easy.
ngrok.
Ngrok. Okay, what it's gonna do? Yeah, it's the second link. Is it's gonna? Yeah, not that one. Is it's gonna let you go and basically say once you've installed it, you should be supposed to do ngrok http 5000, and then it will give you a URL that you should be able to pull data from. Okay. Okay, so just get this installed. It will only run locally, but it's fine because it means we can get it running. While Tracy does that, let's check in with Ayush. Ayush, what's up?
I still have, a great logo. I might have gotten a little bit distracted and spent a little bit too much time on CSS animations, but so we're not going to talk about that. But I just filled up this is great. But I should really make that smaller. That's way too big.
It's also still the wrong colors. You're gonna make Galaxia cry.
What's the wrong colors? The background?
The entire page.
Oh no! Oh, the background.
No,
Wait,
look at Galaxia's amazing design she sent you. She made it
the
on
background's
Canva.
supposed to be white. No, I have it on here, so it's supposed to be white. And then I don't know how I'm gonna possibly get the left and right things going here because that's not exactly easy to do. So I'm just gonna worry about that in a little bit.
Okay, but are you gonna fix any of the colors?
Maybe we'll see.
Poor Galaxia. Hashtag justice for Galaxia.
Welcome to dealing with a front-end engineer who doesn't like looking at designer work.
Poor Galaxia.
My designer sometimes makes tasks for me, and I just put it as low priority.
Oh my god.
Galaxia is not low priority. Can you just describe Galaxia as low priority? Galaxia.
Relax, I get it done eventually. Okay, it gets done eventually.
Eventually, we've not got long.
That's the problem.
Well, okay.
That's the whole issue here.
What
do I make the background? Where's the whole background being set up? It's one of these.
Okay.
Maybe it's the front. No, it's not that
while
one.
you continues to write bad code, let's see how Galaxia's beautiful logo is coming along.
It's not bad
almost
code.
done. Okay,
Wow. This actually looks really good.
ignore this.
Chat, what
You
do you
made
think about
an
this?
entire font.
I didn't get to the entire typeface, but
I think this is pretty cool.
we're almost
Yeah,
there.
chat agrees. That's cool.
Oops. Oh my god.
Galaxia, you did a great job.
Thank you.
How many minutes away are we from having the finished version of the logo?
Like 1.
1.
Honestly, like 0.5.
Okay, so Galaxia's
Make it a
finished
paid
logo.
font. is what I'm saying.
She's
No,
finished
make it an
the
open source
design,
font.
which Ayush has completely ignored, but that's okay.
What do you mean? It's so
Tracy's
close now. I'm like
built-
right there.
Okay, Tracy's built the back end and is just getting it hosted now, so Ayush has a URL he can call. And so we are like moments away from actually having built a large stock tracker app on stream from scratch.
And I do need the token, right?
Yeah, you'll need to put a token in so it'll connect to your account.
Gotcha.
Honestly, it's a Christmas miracle, the fact we have managed to get this done somehow. Will Galaxia eventually be releasing a full font face at some
Of
point?
course, we're giving Way credit too.
Yeah, hashtag we stand Way, I guess.
Yeah, Way, you're also welcome to join the stream. I sent you a message on Slack if you want to, but there's no pressure.
Okay, Galaxia has exported the logo, and Ayush is now going to have to replace his current logo with the correct logo, which I'm sure he'll complain about, but that's okay.
We'll see if I do it. Then she can complain about it.
Wow.
all our work just thrown in the trash. No, I'll take it. Do you have the logo? Did you send it? You have not.
I'm sending it. I was just.
Oh my goodness! I'm waiting.
The way is a pro.
Wow.
That's
This is actually a sign of a bad hackathon team chat. This is not the vibes you want. You actually want, like, you should say words such as, "Thank you so much for helping me, Galaxia. I really appreciate it."
I have to
Or,
get this done
"I
right
like
now.
it."
The dev post submission deadline is coming.
Don't we have until
Okay,
4:30
so
here?
we have ngrok set up. So it says in the last step here that I
Okay.
need to start a tunnel. So it says HTTP 8T. I'm going to be starting HTTP 5000. Do I need to start it at all?
You'll need to start it, but just do 5,000. It should give you a URL like Ayush can call. So
Sorry.
let me know when you've definitely got no tokens on the screen, and I'll switch back to you, Tracy.
Yeah. Just give me 1 sec.
Yep.
Let me get. No, there's no tokens. Yep.
Okay, let's switch back to Tracy. So, okay, do you want to get it hosted? Do you want to use that command?
Yeah. Let's get it hosted. So how do you do that? Let's see. Download, product, pricing.
Yep. So just in your terminal, you should just be able to use ngrok HTTP 5000.
Yeah.
Someone wants to make a video describing the hack as well.
There is a
actually
video. It's the
have
whole
this
stream
entire
recording.
stream. Yeah, it's going to be uploaded to YouTube eventually when
No
Global Hack
C,
Week is over.
Tracy. No C.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So do you see this forwarding URL? Or it's like HTTPS and random characters.ngrok.io. So not the localhost URL, but this one, the first bit. Go to that first bit and send it to Ayush, and anyone can now go to that URL to use your API.
Gotcha. And that
would
would be
you're making dev post submissions. Yeah, you can get it at don't forget to like and subscribe.com. It's available there. That is not a joke. So yeah, Tracy, open that URL and hopefully our API should be there. It's still going to be slow, but it should work. I'm just going to put it in chat and I'm going to open it too and see if it works. I'm going to cross every single one of my fingers. Okay. Request denied. Tracy, oh no. Can you check your JavaScript log for me real quick? Sorry, your Python log, just so I can see why that request was denied.
Yeah.
So like the actual terminal, like which the
Oh,
Python.
I actually can barely hear you. So sorry if you're like,
Oh, you're
yeah,
good.
okay. So forbidden. So it's 403. We're getting 403.
Okay. Is the Flask project still running?
No, it's not. That's the reason.
That's probably why. Can you like in a new tab start the Flask project?
That's the one with the token.
I was very worried for a second.
No. I think that's.
Oh, here comes Wave saving the day again.
Yeah, but wait, I'm going for the actual ngrok URL currently. Okay. Oh no. Okay, Tracy, switch back to
Still the same error.
Okay, yeah, let's end this instead. I'm so confused. What commands did you use to do this? Was it just
just the documentation. So here,
get this working. We can do
install,
this.
Unzip, auth token is added, and then maybe this is what I am missing.
503 error. Okay, let's work out what's going wrong. 503.
That's good. Wait, what?
Yeah, you can't do another one. You've already got one running in your tab.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
Why is this 403 forbidden? Oh, hang on. I know what it'll be. I bet it's because what is your Python stuff running on? Is it running on, like, is it set to only allow, I think I know what this is. Hang on. Flask run app on 0. Can you run the command? So go back to Flask real quick. I don't know if this will fix it, but I have a hunch as well. Just open, see your Flask terminal.
Yay, one sec.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Here
This
we
is what we need to do. Okay, so stop your project and then use flask space run space dash dash host equals 0.0.0.0.
Sorry.
0 and then period 0 period 0 period 0. Okay. Yep, and then hit enter. I have a suspicion this might fix it. Oh, close in your second terminal tab, close the current instance. So your second one along. No. Yeah. So oh. That's weird. For now, let's end ngrok for now as well. Oh, apparently AirPlay's breaking it. Okay. AirPlay is breaking something. So let's run it on port 6000 instead. So just run that command again, but at the end of it, we want to set the port as well. And we're going to say dash dash, so space. Yeah, is it? Maybe it isn't that. We're going to actually, no, delete that. And we're going to do export. So like delete the entire thing. We can get this working. We can definitely get this working in time. And in capital letters, flask underscore run underscore port. And let's run it on 6000. Yeah, equals 6000. Okay. And then, yep, run that again. Okay, now head back to ngrok. The other one's a third console tab along. Yep. And we're going to do Control-C. We're going to quit this. And we're instead going to run, ngrok HTTP 6000.
Yeah, that's what I was running.
You got it. Okay, send me that URL. Let's see what happens.
No, it's not happy still.
That's because you're searching on Google for it.
Yeah. Oh, what did I just send? Nope, that's not it.
Yeah, don't search on Google. That's not going to work. You didn't copy it. Yeah, so just copy that URL. We can do this, friends. We can do this.
Where is... Oh, there it is. For a second, I thought I had closed the terminal. That gave me a little heart attack. Copy and paste it over here. There you go.
So close. Okay, let me see if this works now. Come on. Visit site. Okay, we're getting an error, but that's okay. I am now connected to your Python app, so that's a really good place to be. String indices must be integers, not string. I'm gonna or anyone else in chat, I'm gonna show the error I'm getting. It would be if everyone could just not go to that ngrok URL for a second, you're gonna overload it. But if you could tell me what's probably causing this would be great. Is this a rate limit issue? I don't think so.
String
must be integers, not string. But like, that doesn't. Oh, okay. Hang on. We can't append. It's because you can't append like the plus, right? You've got to actually do like append string Python. How do you do this? But it's like string indices must be, but this isn't a string indice. Okay, we're going to use F strings, Tracy, which are disgusting. Let's try. Okay, so go back to your Python project. Like in VS Code, we're going to do. Okay, so requests.get. So store data, like line 13 is going to be store data equals requests.get, and then before the quote, we're going to do F, and then we're going to replace it with double quotes rather than single quotes. And we're going to replace store ID with double quotes. And then, actually, no, that isn't it. That isn't it. Okay, undo that. That's not going to do anything. That's not actually going to fix anything. Can we check the logs for what print X gave us? Yeah. Can you open the terminal real quick? We can do this. We can get this working. And then just open the other tab real quick. Yeah, so it's the same issue I'm getting away. I can show you the full issue. This is it. Yeah, can you, print type X maybe? Like, I don't know, what is causing this?
Does it, so okay, line 13, store data, store ID, BU code. So it has issues with BU code. String indices must be integers, not str. So, because BU code is, is it because we put BU code in like quotes and it's reading it as
BU? Yeah, it's going to be a number. So just convert it to a string. So do X. So yeah, this is, no, leave it as quotes, but just do str, open brackets, X.
str, you said?
Let me just check. Yeah, and then, so str, open bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And then close the bracket after the square bracket is my gut instinct, because this is trying to append an integer to a string, and I don't think you can do that in Python.
Let's see.
Wait, X is a string, not a dictionary. Wait, is it? Oh, so X is a. Let's try this. So save this, Tracy, and then restart Python. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did we miss a closing bracket? Apparently, we missed a closing bracket.
No. We're good.
Galaxy, could you give me your images, the banners?
Images.
Okay.
The ads.
You're gonna make
Oh, chat, your big brain. X.text. Yeah, we're accessing the wrong bit of data. X is the full request, I think. No, it's not. No. X
is a store list.
No, X should be a print type of X real quick. So replace put X in like the type function. Yeah. This should work. Yeah. I want to just print type of X though. So yeah, save that, restart it, and let's see what happens. Then I'll hit it again, and we'll cross our fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting the same error. String indices must be integers, not string. What is going on here? I don't get this. This is so strange.
Can't try this.
What was the type? Go back, Tracy. Go back to console.
It did not say. Let's see.
It will be though. There's a like go above all of this. So it will be a like what the data we printed. Okay. So it's a string. Stop. Class error, class string. What? That shouldn't be what we're getting. Why is it error? It should not be error. Are we getting rate limited?
Let's look at the old logs.
Is that the old logs? No, it's not. Is it? Let me hit it again. Tracy's gonna restart. I'm gonna hit it again, and then chat. We're already printing X. We're gonna get this working. This is gonna happen. Okay, I've refreshed. The server returned an invalid or incomplete HTTP response. Oh, did you restart ngrok?
Yeah.
Okay. Send a new URL. Let's see what we can do. We can do this, friends. This will happen. We got this. Have faith in all of us. BU code is not defined. What do you mean? Oh, put BU code in quotes. We got this. We got this. Yeah, BU code needs to be in quotes. Otherwise, it's going to take it as a variable. Okay. And then
This.
Okay, string indices must be integers. What are we trying to do? X BU code is supposed to have the, but why is it error? That doesn't make sense. Like,
I think we're messing up. So string indices must be integers means an attempt to access a location within a string using an index that's not an integer. So it's in our wherever we're trying to access elements here. This couldn't possibly be it, right?
No, it's definitely happening on line 14. Like we can see,
Yeah.
I can see on like the errors I'm getting that it is definitely line 14 that's causing it. Yeah, you can see here.
Okay, so
But the reason why it's happening is I'm not sure. Like everyone's saying check store list, like it's not gonna help. We can see, yeah, can you print out stores.txt, Tracy? That's a good idea from Way. Yeah, check in store list is gonna maybe work, but maybe not.
we want to print out stores.txt.
Yeah. Just do it on like between line 10 and 11. Otherwise, you're going to print it out too many times.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, not here. There. Okay, that did not do anything.
We got this run, so we can do this. Rate limit exceeded. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what just happened? Someone just break StreamYard. Brandon, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Well, it wasn't me.
Why do you assume it was me? I literally wasn't doing anything.
Because no one else would do that. We've we've been rate limited. God damn it. Okay, hang on. What's what's your thing hosted on? I know what it is. Run kit rate limit. What is the rate limit?
Yeah.
The rate limit is not documented and is subject to change.
Nice.
Wonderful. Okay. Tracy, don't do anything else. We're going to run on the assumption that this will work when it's not being rate limited, and Ayush is going to implement it on the assumption that it will work. Okay.
Oh, great. Yeah. Let's do
In
it.
3 minutes.
So yeah, hey, Tracy, do not refresh, do not touch anything, and hopefully by the end of a stream, it will work.
Oh,
Okay. Remove the extra prints. We do not have time. So we're going to go back to Ayush and see this. Wow.
oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you did it.
This is so good.
Okay. So Ayush, we're going to completely blindly write some code. Do you know how to do some requests in JavaScript?
It's been too long, so the answer to that is honestly no.
Okay. That is fine. We're going to do it together, and we're going to get through this together. And it might need therapy at the end, but we've got a couple of minutes left to do this. And I have every bit of faith that we are going to successfully manage this, okay?
It's finished.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to do JavaScript HTTP request. We're going to use a JavaScript library called Axios. Oh God, actually, are we? Hang on.
DigitalOcean, let's go.
Yeah, actually, we could use Fetch. Okay, let's just use Axios. So we're gonna install Axios. We're gonna require it.
Mm-hmm.
We can do this. I'm very, very worried about how this is gonna work out. But wait, why do we make a backend for this? Because it's a hackathon project. We wanted to manipulate the data. We taught Shrazy Python.
Yeah, I learned Python today.
Also, it looks like we have another guest who wants to come.
Give
to
us
the
a
stream.
second.
Waiting
Let's
for
go on
his
in a
stream
second.
time.
Well then, you should ignore all of this. This is bad advice. Just Google Axios npm and go to the first results. This is gonna overcomplicate everything. Okay?
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna do a lot of that. Don't worry.
So
I just
scroll
wanted to-
past all of this until you get to the first example. No, ignore all of this.
We need to import it.
This example. Don't worry about error checking or anything. Just do this axios.get. In fact, if you just search for axios.get, you can see like even more simple examples. So you want like just
Okay, well, let's just do this, and we can even see if we're getting a response. Oh, I guess we can't. Sorry.
Yeah. Kev said in chat he's not joining stream. So can we all welcome Kev to the stream? Hello, Kev.
Hi, Kev.
Welcome.
What's it like not being on stream?
Because I'm getting ready for my stream.
Then why are you in this StreamYard? You're in the wrong StreamYard.
I'm going right after you, so I'm making sure you guys are done before I start mine.
Kev, what stream are you doing today?
We technically have like 30 more minutes.
We
Oh,
technically
wait,
don't.
what?
On this, originally you said 4:30, but I checked the schedule.
You guys
And
end
Kev
at
starts at
4.
4.
I mean, you guys
Oh,
want to
wow.
go to 4:30?
We
knock
got
yourself
cut.
out.
We
That's
got
fine by
cut.
me. But I'm doing a technical stream after
Oh
this.
wait, yeah. Kev's stream starts like now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, well,
Okay, let's wrap it up.
this is great. This is,
Well, as you can see, Kev, give us a pitch on what your stream's going to be, and then we'll wrap it up.
yeah, we'll wrap
Can you
it
hear
up.
me? I don't even know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, my stream is gonna be okay. This is great. My stream is gonna be on. We're gonna go over some basic of technical interviews and how to approach them. So just for some tips and tricks. I did not expect to put on the spotlight here because I'm not ready for my own stream, but that's okay. So join me. We'll go over a lot of fun stuff. We talk about some experiences and how bad I've had them, and we'll have a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited for what happens with Kev. We actually have hit time. I thought we had another 30 minutes, but it turns out we do not. But that is okay. We have successfully, in a couple of hours, built a project which has a Python backend, a React front end. Maybe it shows our front end again. Oh, we can't. It's got errors. Like, this front end was built. It looks great. Galaxia designed a logo in Figma. And Tracy successfully built an entire backend using Python for the first time in just a couple of hours. Isn't that incredible, everybody? In just a couple of hours, we actually had built a thing. Like, sure, the backend isn't actually connected to the front end yet, but that is so typical with like projects. And I think with just another 30 minutes, we could have done it. So I guess thank you to everyone who came along to whatever this was. It's been great having all of you.
Yeah.
Galaxia, do you have any final words to your adoring fans?
No, thank you.
Wonderful. Tracy, how was your first dive into Flask and Python?
It was amazing. I loved it. I am actually gonna keep learning more about this now because why not?
Awesome. And Ayush, I have one question for you.
Hmm?
I've got one question for Ayush, which is why?
I mean, why not? That's the actual good question you should be asking.
Okay, Ayush did a great job. I don't like this.
Ayush did an incredible job. Like, Ayush should be so proud of himself. Like, we've got a React app running already. Thank you to each and every one of you who joined us. Remember, if you haven't already, check in at hackfeed.ac/this is crazy. Actually, no, it's too late. You can't check in now. But yeah, I guess coming up next is Kev with some interview prep. Hopefully, you
Go
can
join
see
Kev.
some cool stuff.
Is that a cult? Tracy, join Python Pros. We'll make you a pro at Python.
No,
It's a guild.
We'll make you a pro at Python.
It's a global hack week guild. It's not a cult.
Oh.
Global Hack Guild and Cult, same thing. Let's be completely honest here.
That's not the official stance.
No, sorry, that is not the official stance. Apologies. With that said, join Blahaj Gang or whatever else, and move to Canada is like the two things they can like tell you on a stream. And don't forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell, dab on the haters, and I guess we'll see you in whichever the next stream is. Anyone doing a stream this week who and they want to pitch it before we like Kev actually do a stream?
Just let Kev have the stream. Let's go.
Cool. Yeah, join Blahaj Gang.
All
We'll
right.
see you at some point.
Bye.
And Kev's gonna now teach
Get
you
him
some
on.
important stuff.
All
Bye,
right,
friends.
bye, everyone.
Bye.